The sun lulls. The dark deepens. The end of a long, cold day. Dilapidated structures made of white stone, symbols of a long-lost civilization nestled comfortably amongst dark trees that bear the weight of snow-covered pines and frozen fangs. With a roar, the barrel-like dwarf shatters the ancient lock and chain that bar heavy oaken doors. The coursing wind carries a plume of white into the darkened interior of this white stone chapel. And with it, the sickeningly sweet smell of rot and gore pushes back, filling the nostrils of the dwarf. Oh, fuck! Mine! The dwarf curses, burying his face in the crook of his elbow. Shit, Barlow. Smells like that meatloaf you tried to make back in the Iredale Heights. The tall, lean dragonborn. Their figures' eyes glow a dull blue within the darkened interior. Look, Esther, I told you! They don't breed them cows right down in Gold Coast, the dwarf retorts. The Drow Ranger slips between the two figures, her heightened senses keeping her gaze steady as she inspects the droplets of red that led them here. The droplets lead further, closer to the rancid smell that overwhelms the trio. Her eyes lock onto the amalgamation of gore and half-eaten bodies that rest along the back wall. A portrait of red splattered across the long destroyed altar, resembling a child's magnum opus. The two hooded figures trail the trio into the depths of the chapel, boots crushing glass fragments and shards underneath. Well done, Leandra, the hooded tiefling utters, moving forward with a newfound urgency and enthusiasm. His chest is buffered by the forearm of the Drow Ranger, who stops him cold, drawing the attention of the party as a whole. Something's here, the Drow mutters in a tense whisper. The flickering of a shadow, movement in the corner of one's eye, the rustling of fabric and the cracking of glass, the distinct splintering of wood as something clambers throughout the chamber, the unsheathing of blades and the cocking of the stolen flintlock rifle. How the hunters become the hunted. Silence falls. The dripping of blood fills the void of silence, droplets of precious life that slowly begin to pool on the tile floor. The eyes of the closely assembled five drift upward, ever slowly. Glowing eyes in the darkness stare down at the group of five, long, bared fangs clutched to the neck of a human man toting white, dirable furs. The body torn violently, the white fur stained in a thick layer of red. The flesh from the neck tears, and the body falls, cracking harshly against the tile. As attentions refocus from the momentary distraction, the lanky figure that once loomed in the rafters no longer remains. The tile cracks, and splinters as the looming figure crashes down in front of the party, the skin gaunt, its features long and gangly. It lumbers up to a staggering 8 feet. All the while, its bony knuckles roughly drag across the tile. As adrenaline begins to rush and confidence wavers, the creature speaks in a bestial language. Hello, friends. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Dummies and Disasters presents Sins of the Blood. I'm your humble Dumble Master in static edition this go around, your humble Dumble Master for the evening, Farting Tart, joined by my crew of intrepid adventurers. Hello. Fuji Tech is currently not working, so we are currently in the midst of static image form of our lovely cast. But yes, hello. Hey guys, how we doing?
I just got pizzas.
Ooh, what kind of pizza you got?
I don't know. Let me check.
I got ham and cheese hot pocket.
Sausage pepperoni.
Those both sound great.
Yummy.
Yummy.
Alrighty. Still prison. We are in the still prison. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I went to load up everything for the stream, and Fuji Tech is just not available right now. So that's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so it may come back up at some point. Who fucking knows? But yes, hello. We are joined today by our lovely cast: the J Frost 747, the Flustered Bun, the Wicked River 97, the CG, the Joe Mojers, and the Punkyard Dogs. My friends, boy, oh boy, we got a session for you tonight. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and roll our test rolls for tonight.
Oh yeah, we didn't do those last time. Maybe that's why you were doing so bad last time, CJ.
It might have been.
5.
Ah! Oh! My
Good.
teeth, never mind.
Dead center.
Good start.
19.
The twins get it done once again.
Alrighty, I got a 13 from Lath, a 4 from Punk, a 19 from Bun, and a 10 from CG. Excellent. Well, my friends, we have quite a few events to get to tonight. Let's go ahead. I'm going to put on some music, and I would like for someone to describe, or multiple people, it doesn't have to be one individual person, I would like for someone to describe the events of last session.
I'll take a crack.
You got this. Go ahead.
Christopher?
I'll try my best at explaining this the way Solomon did. What started off as a simple pickup ended up becoming a ghoulish nightmare. I find myself having to deal with plenty of undead, as well as being accompanied and assisted by, I wouldn't say a gaggle of miscreants. I don't know them. They're definitely capable of holding their own. Tabaxi? No, not really. Can't be a tabaxi. Something more. Another of a martial prowess. Someone similar to that of merfolk. Maybe Tritonus? No, something else. Roguish individual and a kobold, I believe. Through their aid and assistance, we were able to take down quite a number of undead, well, shipmates, as well as a captain who had fallen under the spell of undeath, and of course, more harrowing, a wight. It didn't help that we were, of course, having to deal with the local law enforcement, but they were doing their job, and you cannot fault them for it. course, after procuring my package that is needed for the old man, I was, of course, informed that I needed to come down to the station, give testimony and whatnot. It's all so tiresome and bothersome. Though, no longer do I speak as the character, I will speak now more so as the voice above the character, where we have dealt with two of these individuals currently out and enjoying a nice bit of wine for celebration for their promotion. One who managed to go back to enjoying their little bits of relaxation. Our dearest Inquisitor, of course, also currently being tailed by someone, and of course our beloved rogue tailing that tail, only to be affixed by Flambour Viper Venom, and of course a message to be left. Where this goes, who knows? What we do know is that, at least as of today, a new beginning, a new start, a new fresh horror to be unveiled.
Only one small detail that I feel like needs to be added to the end of that is that at the end of our session, one Inquisitor of the Iron Conclave stumbled their way even into a lovely little establishment known as the Copper Piece, where we ended our session last time. But aside from that, J Frost, go ahead and take your inspiration, or if you feel so fit, you can pass it to someone else.
I will gladly take that.
Alrighty.
I was just gonna say you're gonna hear Lath somewhere in the background. Where the fuck am I?
Hello?
Speaking of Lath, why don't we, as we return back to the city of Blackwall, let's revisit Lath for a moment. Lath, you having gotten admittedly decently lost within the city of Blackwall, you have found your way to a little establishment known as the Copper Piece, a business that is run by the kobold that assisted you in quelling the undead forces earlier in the day. You recall this specifically because Lib had made mention of it when addressing all the individuals who, as previously mentioned, had helped you fight the undead at the Docks District. You notice as you are eyeing up this place that before you parked out front, there is a wagon with a rider who seems to be helping to offload crates of what appear to be probably supplies, stock of some sort. And down off just to the side, looking over what appears to be like a ledger of some sort, appears to be the same kobold that you had seen earlier in the day. Copper, you are currently unloading your supplies from the merchant ship that came into the Docks District, the one that crashed. You're trying to take into account one last time, make sure that everything is accounted for. So far, this seems to be the case. Everything seems to be accounted for except one dear friend of yours who has yet to return as of this moment. Your passive perception is what, Copper? CG, you are muted still.
My passive perception is a 12.
12. Lath, what is your stealth modifier?
Me?
Yes.
1.
1? Okay. So, Copper, as you are taking your last checks of the supplies that you're bringing in, and as the cart rider Reginald who is this burly humanoid man. He's bald. He's got a big beard that a dwarf would actually be pretty proud of for a good no good Humie. But he walks past you carrying one of the last few crates of supplies, and as you kind of eye up, you notice the sea elf individual that had been there when the attack on the docks had gone down. What do either of you do in this matter?
Copper, I think, is going to turn to Reginald and say, "Is that the last of the supplies, Reginald? Master Reginald?"
Despite the cold weather, Reginald has, for the most part, stripped himself of his rather burly jacket that he had worn on his way to help you deliver the supplies. And for the sake of carrying things in, and even with that, he has still managed to work up a bit of a sweat. Boy been working.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of wipes his forehead with his wrist and goes, I believe it's just the one box left in the cart, and then that should be it, Master Copper.
Thank you.
Master, whatever you prefer.
Thank you, Master Reginald. Here, and Copper is going to pull... I assume that he was already paid in advance. I'm going to pull out 2 gold pieces and properly tipped my the guy helping me out.
Alrighty. He takes
And-
them graciously. Mighty kind of you. I appreciate it.
Of course. If you'll excuse me, I do believe there is a customer out front, and I must attend to them. And as I leave Reginald to finish off the unloading, I make my way out front to the sea elf individual who I assume looks lost.
He looks lost as fuck.
Absolutely. It is... Copper, you've been in Blackwall a while. You run a pawn shop. You're not in the most noticeable of places here in Blackwall. You're in a little bit of a hidey hole. You know a lost tourist when you see one.
So, Copper is going to sneak up behind, not actually sneak, but just kind of appear behind Lath. Careful, Master Lath. Sweeping your gaze in such a way is sure to attract con artists and thieves.
Lath will, kind of jump a little, and, kind of spin around. Please don't sneak up on me.
It is easy to sneak up on one when their head is in the clouds. They tend not to look at those low to the earth. Now, you seem a bit lost, Master Abe.
Yes.
What is the time right now?
It is late afternoon, creeping into the early hours of the evening. It would be roughly, if you were to put it to a number, about 5:30.
Noted.
It has been roughly, it's been roughly an hour to an hour and a half since you departed from, well, I should say, rather, since Simri departed from you.
I see. Copper's going to look up to Lath. Well, Master Lath, the city can be quite labyrinthine for first arrivals. It takes a certain amount of time here to really understand your way. Please, why don't we come inside my shop? Make sure that we are out of the cold. see about maybe some refreshments to tide you over until you find a nice meal at the inn you are no doubt staying at.
Yeah, I was headed back there, and then I just kind of got turned around. My mom always said I was kind of bad with directions.
Unfortunately, a flaw that will serve you poorly in Blackwall without a guide or an informant of some sort. Cop. And Copper is going to open the door
Copper
to...
says, winking and nudging.
Yeah. Copper is going to open the door to his establishment. He's going to walk in through the front, but he is going to begin to make his way into the back area. And he's going to look to Lathe and says, "It's not quite presentable at the moment. Allow me to go acquire some chairs, and we could have a conversation and a nice meal out in the front here."
Sure. You can see he looks a little nervous, especially not knowing anyone here.
Lath, you see as you're kind of standing there in the entranceway, the large, burly human man kind of begins to squeeze by you after putting down the last of the crates. He goes, "Excuse me. I believe that's it, Mr. Copper. If that's all, I'll be taking my leave."
Thank you, Master Reginald. Have you a wonderful evening.
And he'll kind of, as he's walking away, he'll kind of give like a wave over his shoulder, kind of excusing himself past you, Lath. He's taking his Lath, if you will.
Please allow me to find some refreshments and a seat or two. I shall be back in one moment.
Copper, I do have a question for you.
Yes.
On an average day, what would your regular business hours be?
He is a 10 to 7 kind of guy.
Ooh, rough. All right.
It's not quite closing time, but the fact that we're doing inventory today means the store is kind of closed. Not fully closed, but just,
Right. Soft closing.
Yeah. I'm going to head into the back area. And once I do, Copper is going to say aloud, "Mist, I need your services." And as he does, manifesting almost from the air itself is what appears to be an air method.
I need to recall. Methods, I believe, are capable of speech, correct?
They are, for the purposes of my casting of Find Familiar,
Yes.
this is essentially a reskinned imp.
That's right. You are so right. I forgot that's what we had agreed on. Let me, real quick, just refreshing myself on the imp stat block for the sake of this. Let's see. Okay. The little wispy creature that's kind of bat in form, but also has kind of like a gangly little form, kind of like the "yes, master" style like posture.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of appear before you on your wrist, on your wrist, kind of like a bird. Yes, Lord Copper, how may I serve you?
There is an individual in my store that I wish to have a private conversation with, but more importantly, one I do not think that my associate Senri would like to meet. If you would be kind enough, make your way to the top of the Copper Peaks and keep an eye out for them. And make sure that until our guest is escorted away, they do not enter the establishment.
It shall be done, he says. And before he begins to... It's weird to use scurry as a verb when one has wings, but that is kind of what they do in this moment. Rather than flying delicately like a bird, it's almost like a scramble as they begin to make their way between the wooden boards and find their way up on top of the copper piece.
Content that he has a lookout to warn Semri, Copper is going to fulfill what he has done, and he had originally said, and he's going to bring out a chair or two, as well as a box to serve as kind of like a table. And he's going to set the spot out for Lath, and he's going to pull up a seat. Now, that is quite an impressive maneuvering that you did on the docks today, Master Lath.
Thank you?
You seem nervous.
This is my first time on a solo mission, so I'm still learning what to do.
Ah, a fish out of water, as it were.
He absolutely starts snickering at the joke.
Lath, you can't tell in this moment if this man is currently plotting to assist you or maybe even perhaps plotting to kill you. Make me just a general insight check. Copper, feel free to make a persuasion or deception roll to me, to the GM. You do not have to state which one you wish to roll. Just make one of your choosing.
I rolled a 12.
Okay. CG, I will let you, with those results in mind, I will let you relay what Lath would pick up from Copper in this moment.
Copper at this point seems, for the most part, to be kind of like getting a gauge of you. He's kind of trying to figure out what or who you are. He is putting on a polite air. He doesn't seem to have any negative intentions, though.
Okay. Kind of feeling like there's not any bad vibes or anything. You can see Lath kind of relax his shoulders a little.
Getting more familiar then. Perfect. I must thank you for your assistance on the dock again. It is refreshing to see one of your talents in Blackwall.
You mean being a cleric?
Indeed. Such is a rare and powerful thing up in the north. More than you would think, actually. Though, I suppose Blackwall has become more of a nest is not the quite word. A hub, as it were. Our fine nation of Baldur has a habit of attracting some of the more ethereal side of existence, and clerics are often in high demand.
I see.
Is that why you are here? To assist in the strange happenstances in Baldur?
I'm actually kind of on a mission of my own. Well, it's, I guess, my first solo mission. I've done. Sorry, jeez, my throat.
Leif, that tea is strong.
I've done a bunch of missions before, but never on my own like this.
What were those missions like, if I may ask?
You can see him kind of ponder for a bit. Not me reading through everything that was written. Thank you, Tart. Not me having to scroll through everything. There's so much swearing between us.
We did go through quite a bit.
Welcome to my world where I won't shut up about my characters.
To kind of help with the situation, you do know that, as opposed to previous missions, this one is more meant to, not even necessarily this one is meant to be a peacekeeping mission. This one is simply to establish first contact between the Iron Covenant and Blackwall. You know that contact between the Iron Covenant and Reichenberg has already been established, Reichenberg being a little further down the Emerald Coast. But this is, in this regard, this is just establishing contact, basically.
I'm just kind of here to establish contact, really. The Iron Covenant we just established. You said it was further. Which direction?
Here, I can pull up the map.
Think.
So we are up here, and you know that within the previous months, the Iron Covenant has established a small foothold in the capital of Baldur, known as Reichenberg. And they are slowly beginning to expand to some of the larger cities in Baldur.
The Iron Covenant just recently set up in Reichenberg, and I was sent here kind of to start a foothold here.
Ah, the first of many, then.
Copper says, scribbling that down.
I have a pen in my art for a reason. Your assistance would be most welcome in these harsh lands.
I know the Iron Covenant helped a lot to kind of help everything after the Hellfire Assembly. You can see him kind of look a little sad.
Copper, no check required of any sort. You're well familiar with the Hellfire Assembly and their efforts, not just in Paradigm where they were primarily located, but throughout the realm as a whole. You know that there was a sect of them that was established in Reichenberg that has, since the conclusion of the Godborn Conclave, has been cut out, one could say. You have not had any personal encounters with the Hellfire Assembly, but that is not a name that is a name that is hard to miss in the current political climate.
Mm-hmm. That wretched group. All the more reason the Iron Covenant does good work to root out any remains or remnants.
And that's why I'm here. He absolutely would make like the dumb finger guns. I'm supposed to be looking for someone. And I'm supposed to report back with any leads. He's just he has his own little kind of notepad he's looking through.
I need to, real quick, DM two people here in this group. Give me a moment.
In the meantime, how you doing, chat? We're on episode 3, and I'm excited.
Bun, you know what I am getting at when I ask that question.
Yes.
I guess the simple question is, does he know?
Well, that's a more complicated question. I'm gonna continue typing. Hold on.
Hi, Wiley. I see you in the chat.
What's up, Wiley?
Wiley!
Handsome man.
Okay. Perfect.
E.
Alright, then y'all two can continue your conversation as you were. I just needed to confirm whether or not Copper was going to have to make a check.
Understood. Can you tell me about this individual? As a proprietor, I'm well known to reach into many of the aspects of city life. I hear everything from the goings-on of those who lack a solid roof to those who are in high places and occasionally need the errant item.
He kind of looks through his notes again. His name is Rhaegar Petrovic.
Just to clarify on the pronunciation, it is Rhaegar Petrovich.
Thank you.
Actually, let me confirm that there is in fact an H at the end of that name, and I didn't just lie to you.
In my notes, it doesn't have one.
Okay, then you were right. It is Rhaegar Petrovic. Copper,
Yes.
make me a history check.
I will make a history check, and I will also wipe away some mental sweat from my internal brow. Oh, that was set to GM.
It was sent to GM. Appropriate. You have no idea who the fuck that is. That's a natural 1.
Chat, I rolled a 2 and 1.
Yeah.
Rip.
My God, Hopper,
Rip
please,
friend.
I am begging you.
Yeah, that is not a name you have ever heard before.
I can keep an eye out or float the name around, but exact instances of this Rhaegar elude me, I'm afraid.
There's several people I've been told I can talk to kind of figure out where I'm going.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just double checked it. There is an H at the end. So it is
Oh.
Petrovich. My mistake.
Petrovich. Did I type it in wrong then?
Perhaps. It's okay.
I thought I just copied and pasted. My bad.
All good, all good. This is why we double check things.
So the network that you are deigned to connect with, are you aware of them? Should I keep an eye out for them as well? Make sure that you meet up.
He's kind of thinking for a minute.
For the sake of brevity, y'all's conversation carries on kind of back and forth for roughly the next 30 minutes to an hour. I would like you both to come up with a maximum of 3 questions for the other person, and then that other person can answer them as they see fit. So CG,
All right.
you have Copper ask 3 questions to Lath that you will ask River, and River vice versa. You come up with 3 questions that Lath would ask Copper that you ask CG. These can be about anything. I would recommend making them possibly important questions, but again, you can make them about anything. You also don't have to do 3 questions if you don't have 3 questions. Or you can make them just real fucking simple shit. How was your day? What did you have for lunch?
Can I offer something in the meantime, just as like a time filler and maybe a little bit of character while River comes up with their questions?
Yeah.
Because I have mine. In the middle of the conversation, Copper noticed that Lath is just kind of like a little serious and just goes, something for you to think about. You seem to have a good head on you for humor. I have a question for you. You see a boat filled with people. It hasn't sunk, but when you look back at it again, you don't see a single person on the boat. Do you know why?
Above game, is that a riddle?
It is in fact a riddle, yes.
Okay.
You picked the wrong dumbass to ask a riddle.
That's
Above
okay.
game.
That is okay.
Lath shakes his head slowly, no.
All the people on the boat were married. There wasn't a single person there.
Boo!
Damn it. Copper is lucky he hasn't been stabbed yet.
That absolutely would have made Lath giggle.
I have my 3 questions, by the way.
All right. River, do you-
I'm hoping your questions will have questions I can base my questions off of, because I have no idea what to ask,
that's okay.
as per usual.
You genuinely, if you don't have questions in this instance, you don't have to ask anything. But this is an opportunity to ask, should you wish to know. Like, for example, do you know how to get back to the Silver Lantern Inn? Dude, please.
I figured that's probably gonna be a given when he leaves. Like, can you give me directions?
I have my 3. Would you prefer that I ask them now, or...
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and start, CJ?
So who are your contacts that you should be connecting with in the city?
I'm supposed to meet with Lord Novak. He's supposed to be the best source, but I know I have to talk to... Oh... I know I have to talk to the captain first about seeing the Duke.
Then you are looking for Master Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
I see. You are off to some high-level names in Blackwall. But they are well connected, so it's likely that you will run into one either sooner or later. What can you tell me about this? Right? Your quarry.
One more time?
Your quarry. The one you were sent to hunt, Riga Petrovich. What are you expected to do with them when you meet?
I'm just supposed to find if he's here and his whereabouts, and then I report it back. I wasn't really told to engage.
Understood. Simple reconnaissance, always respectable. And I suppose this leads into my 3rd question. Once you have located Master Petrovich, what is the next step for you? Am I to assume that you would be reporting back?
He honestly kind of shrugs. I actually am not really sure.
Understood. Perhaps the answers will come later with time, then.
I think my first step is to find him, and then I figure out what to do from there.
I shall keep my rather impressive ears to the ground, then. I hear many whispers in this city that others do not hear.
Contact established.
You've unlocked your first confidant, the Hanged Man. That was Copper's 3, so if you have more for him, then I am available to hear it.
I don't think Lath can think of anything. It's probably at this point getting later into the evening, and he can probably see the sun starting to set. However, he will ask for directions.
It do be getting pretty late in the day. The sun is beginning to set somewhat. But,
Hey.
Copper, you make me a history check with advantage.
14, we take those.
We do take those. You are familiar with the Silver and Lantern Inn. It's a pretty poppin' establishment within the confines of Blackwall. And more importantly, you do know how to reach it from your place of work. So you're able to give Lath directions without any issue. Would you actually write down directions for Lath?
I think I could do one better.
Ooh.
So, if you give me a moment, I think I can procure something for you and send you upon your way. I am going to head outside a little bit, and I'm going to signal mist.
Mist flutters on down to you and actually says to you, "Good, I'm glad you actually came out here. I was about to let you know. Looks like somebody is coming."
Oh. Who?
The representative of the buyer for the item that Simri stole from the tower.
Oh, we better hurry this up then. Alright then. I'm going to send you out with this, with our current guest. Get them back to the Silver Lantern and make sure that they don't run into any back alleys they shouldn't.
I can do that, yes.
Alright, and I'm going to bring back what appears to be, a raven, quote unquote. And this here is Mist. And Mist is...
That might be more of a
What?
crow, I don't know.
Fair enough. Mist knows the way back to the Silver Lantern, and they can guide you.
Lath.
One more time.
Raven.
Okay. Bird.
Bird.
This is Mist. Mist is a helper of mine. They know the way to the Silver Lantern Inn, and they can guide you back.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. A pleasure sharing a small meal and a conversation with one of the Iron Covenant. I wish you a good day, and I shall see you tomorrow at the keep.
Yeah, I will. I'll see you tomorrow. He kind of says with a bright smile.
Lath, you take the bird in tow. The raven, it seems a bit frantic until it finds its perch upon your person, either on your shoulder or on your wrist or wherever. And then you watch as it begins to just stare at you. Just locking its gaze on you, uncomfortably so. And then it will look towards the entrance. It will, ah! and it will begin to guide you out. As you are making your way out, Lath, the bell rings at the sound of the door opening right as you get to it, and narrowly missing you with the door appears to be a hooded woman. They seem to perk up wordlessly, having noticed you, almost hitting you with the door, and they give a gentle smile before holding the door for you to leave.
I'm sorry. He kind of says, almost running, trying not to run into her.
She stands off to the side holding the door open, and as you give that apology, she, with that gentle smile, kind of just bows her head lightly. You notice that in one hand she's holding what appears to be like a gas lantern of some sort. And she holds the door and waits for you to go.
Lath will scurry on past.
You find your way out into the cold once again. As for you, Copper, immediately following Lath's exit from this place, the previously mentioned woman makes their way to you. And this is the individual that you see. You have met this individual already, as this is the person who is a representative of your current client. It will say that this is your client, but this is in fact not actually your client.
Understood.
From your previous engagement with this person, you do recognize that this individual is mute. They do not speak. But you know what they are here for.
Pleasure to see you, madam. Apologies. I had to deal with a current customer, but your inventory has come in.
She plops the lantern on the counter in front of you, and she puts her hands, kind of leans forward. She puts her hands together, kind of steepling them, and kind of rubbing her thumbs back and forth, her gloved thumbs. She watches you with anticipation, waiting for you to bring what she has come to retrieve.
I will step into the back, and I will go into the crate with the false bottom, and I will retrieve the components.
Okay. You bring out the tiny burlap satchel with the object that's the component that Simri acquired. You bring it out and you put it on the counter before this person, and almost immediately they grab it, and opening it up, they actually reach in and begin to investigate it. They take it out and they give it a once over, making sure there are no damages. They're very intense in their investigations. This is clearly important for whatever it's meant to be for. This is clearly very important, given how intently she's looking at this object over. Seemingly pleased, she gives you a smile, places the component back in the bag, and then putting it in her satchel down on her side, she then fishes a bit further in and pulls out a rather lumpy bag of slightly larger size than what you had just handed her, and she puts it on the table or on the counter, and there's the distinct sound of coin.
Copper will open it and inspect to make sure that the total is there.
Not just that. Not only is your total of 250 gold in there, there seems to be an additional 100 gold.
Really?
Yeah. Go ahead and make me insight.
I will absolutely make you an insight. Thank you! Natural 20!
Nice.
Finally, Copper!
Finally!
It hasn't been that long since you guys acquired this job. You get the impression that the extra gold is for your expedience in this matter.
He notes this. He will say, "Ah, I see a reward for a job well done is included. My most esteemed thanks."
You watch as she puts one hand behind her back and the other across her chest and gives a bow, almost like a servant would to whoever they are serving. And unless you have anything to say to her, she will begin to reach for the lantern once more.
I think Copper would probably say, "If you have need of my services again, this transaction was seamless and most enjoyable. Feel free to contact me if the need arises once more."
You notice it. You know she gives a bit of a nod to you with that gentle smile on her face. She takes the lantern and wordlessly she turns on her heels and leaves the copper piece.
Copper, very satisfied with his procurement, will take it into the back and go underneath a floorboard to what appears to be a small tunnel underneath the copper piece, where he takes the money and he deposits it into what appears to be a small pile of, I almost said gold pieces, but bits and bobs.
Mm-hmm.
And he places the sack in the center, and he goes, "A job well done. Though I think it's about time to check in on my other associates."
Yes. So I have two questions. One, Copper, based on the role you just had, I take it you are proficient with insight, correct?
I am, yes.
Okay. Then, real quick, I need you to make me one insight check.
Yes, I'm set back to normal. And we're back.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna roll inspo.
You're rolling
Yeah.
an inspo. Understood.
You have several, so
I'm down to one after this. You know what? It's not a nat one.
yeah.
Okay. And then I need you to roll me another one.
Okay.
Another one.
Another one.
And another one. Much
That's
better.
good.
19.
Copper, a couple minutes go by, and you think it's odd that Simri has not come back yet, especially since you suspect that Simri was likely following Lath. You would assume that now that Lath's gone, Simri probably, because Lath was here, probably would return back inside, but has yet to do so. And that worries you.
I think in that case, sensing something is a bit off, Copper is going to give it a little bit more, specifically until Mist returns. And then once Mist returns, Copper is going to put up a sign that simply says closed for the day. And he's going to venture out and see if he can find his business partner.
Okay. More time goes by. And as the hours grow longer and slower, Simri does not return. Once Mist does, having successfully escorted Latha back to the Silver Lantern Inn, you decide it is best at this moment to go and try and find your cohort. Go ahead and make me a investigation check with advantage, given your knowledge of the city as well as your the assistance from Mist.
17.
Okay. With that, we're going to cut away from Copper. I'm just going to change your music here. Let me see. Let's go for... Don't want anything creepy. Not too creepy. This might be fine.
Just a wee bit creepy.
No, that's creepy. I don't need that. We'll go with this one. I like this one. Hey guys.
Hi.
We waited a week to see what fate befell our friend Simri following the events of last session. Simri.
Hi.
Hi. I need you to do me a favor.
Yes.
Roll me a death save. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
We talked about starting this session off being like, all right, guys, welcome. Bun, I need you to roll a new character. Now, I need for you to roll for me 3 Constitution saving throws.
Woohoo! 1. God, I forgot it's on automatically.
That's okay. So, first one's a 4.
Oh, save this time, jeez. Ooh. Nice.
Better. Okay.
3. Fuck.
Okay. Simri.
Yeah. What's up, man?
You are awoken by a dog. I'm actually going to roll with this.
Hell yeah.
You slowly begin to return back to the realm of consciousness as at your side there is a hound of some sort, not like a dire wolf like you've seen, but a actual factual dog, some sort of looks like a boxer dog.
Oh, thank God.
Seems to be investigating the strange what could be mistaken as a corpse in the alleyway. You remember the voice of the individual that had descended upon you earlier in the day. It has been approximately 3 hours
Oh, nice. A good nap.
since you passed out. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Where the fuck am I? Again, 4. Wow. I'm just gonna do this real quick.
You
I
are
don't trust Roll20.
you are most certainly delirious. But
I know there's a dog. That's
you
it.
know there's a dog who, upon you beginning to startle and shooting up, does take off in one direction.
The band.
Abandoned. But even though you are groggy and delirious, disoriented, you do determine that you are in the same location that you were when you were, to put it into a blunt term, attacked.
Yeah. Accosted.
You remember their voice in your ear, the touch of the long, slender fingers. You remember the very barely noticeable puncture into your back that led to your passing out.
Mm-hmm.
And you begin to go into a bit of a panic. And my friend, Bun,
Yes.
I need you to do me a favor.
Uh-huh.
I need for you to close your sheet. And reopen it. In fact, I would like for everyone to do this.
Guys, I'm scared.
Everyone,
Why?
close your sheets and reopen them. And you will notice that there has been a slight change to your sheet. Bun,
I hate to break it to you, but I'm blind, so.
Bun,
Yes.
I would like for you to make me, as it has now been added to everyone's sheet, I would like for you to make me a sanity saving throw.
Oh no!
Hey, friends.
I'm trying to look for it.
We are now adding insanity mechanics to this campaign.
I don't see it.
The stat should be at the bottom.
It's
Charisma.
under
Below charisma.
Under charisma, yeah.
And then the saving throw should be under charisma in your saving throws.
Oh wait, that was a check. Can I reroll?
Yeah, no, it's not there for me.
Did you
I
close
also
and
don't
reopen
have
your
it.
sheet?
I did.
I also did.
It should be there.
I'll refresh my page.
If you need to I would suggest maybe refreshing the page if it is not there. Because it most certainly should be. But Punk is rolling them.
Wait, were we supposed to?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, okay, 1 sec. 17.
Well, not everyone needs to roll, but I just needed everyone to check their sheets. To refresh their sheets.
Refreshed and it's not there.
Nope.
I can literally see it on Bun's sheet.
Well, that's cool that you can see it. I can't.
Sanity. I don't.
Ah, I see. Lathe. Huh. It is on Simri's sheet. It is not on Lathe's. Interesting.
Sorry,
I
bud.
know, see.
I got it.
Roll 20, silly.
A moment.
22 be silly.
Ah! I see it now!
Jump.
just had-
Sanity jump scare.
I just had to
I
apply
saw the
it again.
savings throw.
Bun, can you see it now?
No, let me close and reopen sheet. SHEET.
She.
Nope.
Huh.
Cool.
Roll 20, silly.
Who is able to currently see their new sanity stat?
Hoy.
Punk and Joe, obviously.
No, I haven't. I've reloaded a couple times, including the client.
Interesting.
I see
have
the
not.
stats.
I'm looking
Nope.
and nothing.
Still don't see it.
Cool. All right, let me see if I can figure this out. Give me a second. Everyone talk.
Gain
amongst yourselves.
20.
I see
This
it
is
on
great.
Lathe's. I mean, I see it on Bun's sheet.
Yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't see it. Roll 20, stupid.
Could you roll it for Bun? That might give some insight.
Might jump
Well,
start
I am
it, maybe.
looking, and I'm seeing some folks just don't have it, and I don't know why.
Because roll 20 stinky.
I guess in the meantime, could we just roll like a flat D20 if you don't have it?
Well, hold on.
Yeah, because I'm seeing at least the two who did roll don't have anything in it, so I'm assuming just 0 anyways, yeah, for
That's what I was.
body.
Well, that
assuming,
is
yeah.
not actually the case, which is why I want to fix this.
I see.
Hold on. Let me try something. Let me try.
Yeah, see if you can roll for me.
I will in a moment. Hold on. Okay. Now, if I go back in. Who is able to see it?
Let me perceive. I kept
I
my
finally
sheet.
got it.
Kept my sheet closed for a little bit. Nope.
I am so I'm doing a quick look up online. It actually just might be a time thing.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just keep me updated. But, my friends, I would like everyone to, if you are able to access it and change it in your sheet. If you're not, you can just make a note of it later. Your current sanity modifier is going to be... It is going
Modifier?
to be your wisdom. Your sanity score is going to be your wisdom plus your constitution divided by 2. So basically the median between your wisdom and your constitution modifier. So Simri, for example, in this moment, you have a wisdom score of 12, you have a con score of 14. By default, that would make your starting sanity score 13.
Okay. I was looking at the wrong numbers. I understand.
So, wisdom. Okay, so it's using our wisdom score and our constitution score combined together, not the actual
Not the modifier.
Correct.
Yeah.
You are adding your constitution score and your wisdom score and dividing it by 2. And that gives you your current sanity score.
Interesting. Okay.
Does that make sense to everyone?
So wait, you said either... You said 2 different ones. You said it was the or cut it or divide it by half. Which one is it? I want to make sure, so I'm not confused.
That's technically the same thing. It is your constitution score plus your wisdom score divided by 2, which logically would just be the median of the 2 scores.
Do we round up or down?
Round down.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, Simri, as a score of 13, I would like for you to make me roll me a d20 plus 1 for your sanity save. Sorry, gamers, I expected this to work better than it did. I don't know what happened.
19! Yay!
It's okay. It's okay. We're all trying new things, and sometimes there's some bumps.
Yes. Okay. Simri, you do pass your check. You are able to calm yourself. You begin to go into a bit of a panic attack. Something that's happened more times than you can count, let's be frank. But in this moment, you are able to steal your resolve and calm yourself. And then you recall from before where you were accosted. You recall the feeling of something being slipped into your pocket.
I will reach. And, well, Simri will first check all her pockets, just making sure nothing is taken before going for what was placed.
I see some people are having trouble with music. I will reset it.
Before reaching for what was placed into pocket.
Yes. You reach into your pocket and you find within a folded up note. Thick parchment. What's that?
I do like notes.
Yeah. It is a thick piece of parchment that has been folded over several times to become this very thick little square that, given its thickness and its size, how many times it's been folded over, you suspect would require a little bit of effort to actually, like, tear physically.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to read the note?
I sure would.
You begin to unfold the note over and over and over again, and as you do, you begin to slowly see written words in ink form across the page. And I am going to put this in... Where would I put this? I guess I could put this in lore drops. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in lore drops. But the note reads, it is 3 separate lines. When does a hawk become a dove? When does a dove become a raven? When does a raven become a swallow?
Only in Pokemon. Next question.
Incorrect. You die. No.
No!
That is all it says.
Cool. That gives me nothing right now. Gonna fold that back up, put it back in her pocket, and try not to think about it as she slowly makes her way back home.
Okay. As you begin to move and slowly stumble your way out of the alley, you continue on forward. Eventually, you make your way out into the open plaza, where eventually, roughly a quarter of the way home, Copper, you do see Simri, who looks a bit worse for wear, clinging to the side of a building as they stumble their way back home.
Copper will express relief, and then I assume the two of us have a long talk.
Mm-hmm. Copper, you are able to help Simri return home. Simri, what do you tell Copper about, I don't know, gestures vaguely?
That's a good question that I should have probably thought of this whole time, but I didn't. CBH, in Simri's state, even with having calmed down, I don't know. Probably other than saying that she's physically fine. Like no apparent stab wounds, no bleeding or anything. Simri's still trying to put together what the fuck happened.
Copper, in fact, Copper, why don't you make me 2 things. A medicine check and then an investigation check.
Investigation.
Medicine first. It's a 9.
Okay.
Investigation. 19.
Okay. You notice a small number of things. One, you notice that Simri does not seem to have any bodily injuries except for a small puncture point, like a needle point on their lower back. But you do notice with your investigation check, Simri seems to be lacking a coin pouch.
No, my money!
Fun!
No!
Unfortunately, friend, I have set your money to 0. You were robbed.
No, my 62 gold.
It's okay. You're about to get that plus some
Exactly.
from your cut of a job well done.
I'm sorry to say, Senri, you have nothing on your person.
That's me laughing. You see Simri take a moment to process the words you said, and then quickly check her pockets again. Just going through the motions of dagger, darts, other
Simri,
dagger.
Make me another investigation check. I'll give you advantage this time because Copper's helping you.
14.
You do seem to have all your material belongings, except for your coin pouch.
My fucking money.
Fortunately, we can replace that loss. Client came in while you were out and about, and they had added a little bonus. Go ahead and take that for yourself.
Copper,
Are you sure?
Yes?
how much do you give Simri?
So, I'm going to... I think what I'd like to do... Senri, you can call me on this. I'd like to give you 100 gold. I'd like to give me 50 gold. And I'd like to sink the last 200 into emergency funds
Yes.
for the business.
Yeah, that's fine.
Works for me.
Excellent, excellent. Simri, you now have 100 loose coins without a coin pouch.
Oh yeah.
What do you think they came with?
That's valid, that's valid. Simri, you have a new coin
Yeah, of
pouch.
course. Yay! Different spot this time.
For the sake
I'm
of
going
brevity.
to-
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm going to eat and pass out.
Very well. And when you wake up, we have much to discuss.
Somebody's just gonna slowly make her way upstairs, still mildly discombobulated.
Simri, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you show Copper the note?
Simri will do that when she's less tired and less groggy.
Understood. Okay. With that, Simri, you return home safe and you pass the fuck out. The past couple days have been incredibly taxing on your body, especially following being poisoned. You hit the bed like a rock. With that being said, we are going to cut away from the copper piece. Laith, you do manage to find your way home. Without issue, might I add. Given the help from, sorry, this is more intense than I expected that to be. Given the assistance from the little raven friend lent to you by Copper. But Pact,
Yes.
following the events of the day and the events of the night before, you finally decide to return home to, if for nothing more, than to scout it out and make sure it's safe. Upon doing so, just for my memory, if I remember correctly, we determined that you had a little studio apartment in a little apartment block, correct?
Correct. Nothing too fancy, just something
Something to get
modest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. As you are returning back to your home, to your apartment, I would like for you to make me either a perception check or an investigation check. In fact, make me both.
All right, one's going to be a little better than the other. Just a moment. Natural 1 on perception.
Let's go.
I'm starting to think Roll20 just hates us.
18 on investigation.
Okay. If you have inspiration, you can burn it for the perception.
I may as well have to, honestly.
Okay.
Okay.
You do a thorough check, a thorough investigation of the area around your apartment before you enter, and you do see you do find that it seems to be clear of any archangel presence that may be trying to find its way to you, that may be tailing you or checking out your place of residence. On top of that, with your investigation check, your door seems to still be locked, undamaged, untampered. And upon entering your apartment and just giving it a quick once over, everything seems to be exactly the way it was the last time you were here. Which, admittedly, was probably a few days ago, considering you had just come back from a job, then you staying at the Silver Lantern Inn, and now you returning home proper. If you'd like to make a further investigation check to look into the finer detailings of your apartment, make sure everything is up to code, you're welcome to do so.
Given how he is, he would definitely like to just do a second go around just to see.
Okay. Roll me investigation. I'm going to give you an advantage given your previous check, and because, frankly, you don't mess with your apartment too much.
10.
It's usually the stuff is where you leave it. Everything seems to be up to code. But you're also admittedly pretty tired given the events of the day.
He will breathe a sigh of relief and just roll out his futon and just kind of just lay back and just try to breathe a sigh of relief.
Okay.
He will investigate that note again, trying to make sure that he's not missing any details, though.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
That's a 9. Sorry, that shouldn't have been with advantage.
That's okay. It seems to be... I mean, at this stage, it seems like you can only really truly take it at face value. You, like... Unless you begin to actually mess with the physical integrity of this note to uncover, like, secret writing or do whatever, you don't really notice anything extra about it.
He'll think to himself, I hope Levith is able to give me something, because this is not good at all.
Alright, it looks like Fujitech's back up. Let's see if that works. Hold on. Nope.
Holding.
Sick.
Love it.
Oh, wait. No. It should be working. Sick. I love it. Alright, it's fine. I will look further into that later, but regardless.
So after he's done checking that, he would definitely like to, like, if he has any, like to pull out some like drawing paper and begin like some sketching. The details of which I can send to you later,
Yes.
Tart. And he just kind of does this and kind of just keeps muttering, "Stuff's just getting more serious by the day." May as well be at least something prepared.
Okay. Feel free to send to me the contents of this drawing whenever you see fit, whether it be in session or after session.
I'll just send it to your DMs for later.
Perfect. With that being said, after a long day, my big question is Solomon and Bulk, and Lath for that matter, or really truly anyone, before the end of the day, before we transition to the next day, does anyone have anything they want to do, or anybody that they want to talk to, or anything?
Go ahead, CG. You first.
Bro, you literally spoke first.
Shit. Sorry. If I could, using like any of the books or resources at the tower, would I be able to try looking up more information about the parchment from the mark, with the mark copied from the magic box?
Sure. Make me...
Because I do have a copy of that, so...
Yeah, I'm trying to think what check this would be. I'm trying to determine if this would be history or investigation. I'm gonna say for now, until you can get a bit more information, I'm gonna say that this is gonna be an investigation check.
Investigation
This is gonna be primarily to see if you can acquire materials to assist you in researching this inscription, quote unquote, more.
Okay. If that's the case, would I be able to invoke something?
Sure. Excellent. Excellent. Some of our more knowledgeable viewers at home may have a bit more insight into your persons.
Yeah.
That would apply in this regard. So go ahead and add that d6 to your check.
All right, and it's an investigation, you said.
Yes. With advantage,
Oh, interesting. Even better.
given the resources available here in the tower.
Okay. That would be a 19. I'll add a d6 if needed. Fuck it. 25?
Excellent. You, with a bit of enthusiasm, question mark, you begin to start compiling texts and books that can help you kind of decipher what it is exactly you're looking at. You grab texts for translations, secret codes, old language, ancient languages, and modern languages for that matter, religious scripture, all sorts of things that can help you investigate into this a little bit later. It does take some time, and it is later in the day, but this is a good foothold for you to investigate this inscription a bit later, when you have a bit more time on your hands.
Okay.
Anyone else? Anything anyone else would like to do?
Lath doesn't have anything.
Okay.
Nope.
Emery dies.
Okay.
Would this be a good time for us to talk, or should we wait on that later?
I would say probably wait until later, just because I assume that upon hitting that bed, Simri is out for the night.
Fair enough.
You would say that. You would think that.
Is there something
Simri does. Simri does, for a moment, halfway through her sleep, wake up in a cold sweat and make a copy of the note.
You make a copy.
Like, oh shit, yeah, it's like, oh shit, I should probably write this. And in case this one gets stolen type.
Ah, I see. Okay. Go ahead and add
In the
copy
in the exact same handwriting, too.
Okay. Do you have proficiency in calligraphy tools?
Not calligraphy tools yet.
Okay.
It's probably just a dexterity check then.
What are your tool proficiencies?
Thieves and a flute. Thieves tools and flute.
Okay. I'm gonna say then make me... Yeah, I'm gonna say just a general dex check.
Okay, hold up. Dexterity. There it is. 18.
You get it pretty accurate. You know, the tails of a couple of letters are a little too long. There are very, very few errors, though, otherwise. It is almost perfect, like 90% perfect.
Sweet.
But go ahead and add copy of note to your inventory. Copy of, I don't know, mug note, bird note, whatever you want to call it.
Bird note.
Bird. Bird up.
Bird up. Thank you, Joe. That was it. For me.
I would say, Copper, your passive is what again? 12?
Mm-hmm.
I would say Simri would probably be able to do this from under your nose.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
So that conversation we'll have to hold for now, but don't worry, we will get to it. With that, as you all begin to lull into a long rest, following a very tiring day for everyone involved, admittedly, I would like everyone, given the horrors of the previous day, I would like everyone to make me a sanity saving throw. If you are not able to see your current sanity modifier, let me know and I will roll it for you.
Nope.
19.
17.
Please roll for me.
Roll for me too, please.
8.
Oh, the 2 C's.
18.
Okay.
Nice.
Simri. I'm sorry, that was a check. I'll still allow it. It's the same modifier. Simri with a 1. A 7.
I was about to say,
And Copper.
That's in line.
Copper with a 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I accidentally rolled the check. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Nobody has proficiency with sanity save at the moment, so it's going to be the same thing regardless. But that can always change. So, with that, Pact, Bulk, Lath, your resolve strengthens. The three of you go ahead and increase your sanity score by 1. Solomon, Simri, Copper. Not only did you fail, you failed below a certain threshold. I need the three of you to roll me, and we're going to do this one at a time. I need the three of you to roll me D100s.
Dope.
I'll start, I guess.
Okay, Copper's up first.
69.
Nice! Hell yeah, brother!
I argue he gets one bump in sanity after that.
I will
I
not
don't.
give the
Probably
bump in insanity. I will give inspiration for the 69, though.
I'll
Nice.
take it.
Oh shit, 76.
72. I don't know what these numbers mean. I'm scared.
The
I'm
numbers
gonna be
mentioned.
DMing each of you. Yes. Bulk, you are fine. You actually pass to a certain threshold that your sanity score is gonna go up by 1.
Yay.
Yes, it actually makes sense that the most probably mentally unstable character did not pass. Looking at Solomon.
CG, you have a message waiting in your DMs. Bun,
Okay.
you have a message waiting in your DMs.
Yeet.
The antipsychotics ain't working, Chief.
They
J
ain't
Frost, could
working
you
shit.
actually do me a favor? Could you roll again?
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
the D100 again. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you meant the same.
No, you're good.
Yay!
I didn't
I was like,
specify.
yay, antipsychotics, help me!
Close to his age.
I got death.
No,
Oh,
that's the
I don't know.
meaning of
Death
life,
would make
buddy.
me pretty mad.
Just doing a little reading here.
I've been fucked by dice again! Too many times this goddamn month! Why is September so mean to me?
Please do.
I do not remember the 20. Fuck you! I'm just a Wanui, be nice.
I'm having to
curious what-
reflavor the text here. Just a moment.
I'm curious what Bulk is doing right now. Did Bulk just go take his 2 baths and then pass out?
I just assumed anything that would have like wormed in Bulk's mind, he chuffed and then it just went away.
Chups always help.
It's the same thing with Pact. Like the abyss just starts to encroach. He would just glare at them and they would just back the fuck off.
Michael, I'm sorry. Wrong house.
You seem busy.
We'll come back later, actually.
J Frost, you have
Like
a message waiting in
solicitors.
your DMs.
Nope.
Leaf doesn't notice them, but also they weren't there in the first place. I'm happy.
In addition to what I have DM'd the 3 of you,
Uh-huh.
as you all did fail, your sanity score is going to decrease by 1.
Oh, cool. It's a straight roll. I love it here.
I'm going to adjust Simmery and Copper's scores on their sheet. J Frost, you should be able to adjust yours.
Alright, so just...
Simmery, yours is still a +1. You're fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot that my brain scores
Okay.
numbers hard.
With that being said, as we all come to a long rest, why don't we take this moment to actually take a bio break? How's that sound, everyone?
Sounds like
Lovely.
Fine.
Okay.
Please, because I gotta piss.
It's time
Thank
for
you.
pisses.
I
I also need to piss, so it seems like as good of a time as any.
Fishing commence.
Everyone pissing.
Everyone pissing. Chat, we'll be back in a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, I'm gonna piss so hard, chat.
Hello. We have returned. Alrighty, friends.
Hey.
Hello. Fujitech, I am not gonna bother with for the rest of the night, so you guys get static D&D crew for the evening. Watch, I can do this. Hold on. Oh, boom. Look, I can make weird text pop up because it just ain't fucking working. Ugh. I'm mad, can you tell? Regardless, hello.
I am nothing but data apparently.
Yes. Oh, alrighty. Well, let me get some music going. let's go for this one. The day is now the 13th of Wintercrest. I have a couple questions for the group. As you all know, your presence has been requested to answer questions, give a few statements at the garrison today. My question is primarily for Bulk and Pact. Do the two of you go, or do you feel that giving your statements the day before was sufficient enough? Would you two voluntarily still go to the garrison?
Bach interpreted it as go eventually.
Okay.
Pact would definitely go just to kind of expand, hoping that it would be the end of it. Like expand, I guess, the broad of his knowledge. But before then, he would definitely like to hit up the guild's quartermaster.
Okay, absolutely. You make your way over to the guild, the Dawn Creed guild hall, and you rifle through the halls until you eventually hear the sound of hammer on metal, and you smell the fire of the forge. And as you enter, as you kind of peek your head in behind two rather sturdy metal doors, you see slaving away, even in the wee hours of the morning upon an anvil, is this individual. A rather, not overly tall, but rather burly red dragonborn individual by the name of Raihan Pavel. You know this individual, and Bulk, you are not there presently, but you would also know this individual as the Dawn Creed quartermaster, and resident quartermaster, and smith. This is the guy who makes all the shit that y'all request. And suffice to say, you guys bringing him all of his materials the day prior, he's probably feeling a little thankful.
Pact will definitely try to like knock on like the loudest thing he can find just to kind of get Raihan's attention.
You know, there's actually a makeshift kind of like gong just by the door, made out of what is what appears to be like a metal trash can lid that's meant specifically to get Raihan's attention, because sometimes he tunnel visions and just gets super caught up in his work. He hyper focuses.
Definitely gonna slap the fuck out of that thing.
As you do, it does a resounding and then Pact, what can I do you for?
Quartermaster Pavel, I have a bit of a strange request for you, but I've got a commission of sorts. And he'll hand over the designs of the of new weaponry and tools, let's just say.
He'll kind of begin to inspect the drawings, the contents of which we will leave private until it emerges a little later. But he goes over them meticulously. Not much reaction from him on reading it, but that is pretty normal for him, admittedly.
I was gonna say Pact is gonna be doing the exact same thing, just kind of like stoic face and just waiting for the waiting for the bill to come in.
As he kind of begins to fold it up again, he goes, I heard that you and the big man, Bulk, were responsible for helping me acquire my supplies yesterday.
Just a job, just another day and another job, sir.
Nevertheless, I'm thankful. And I've been made aware that the Guildmaster, Dano, would like your next orders to be prioritized. So, expect those to be made this kind of gesturing vaguely with the drawing. Expect this to be ready for you in the next coming days.
That is much appreciated. How much should I expect to spend for these?
Considering the favor you did for me, this one will be free of charge.
Much gracious. And he'll do a 45-degree bow towards him.
You see he, completely lacking expression, he takes a visible pause. Alright, let me get to work now.
Can do. And Pack will just leave unceremoniously.
As you begin to leave, you kind of look back over your shoulder and you see him still holding this like the set of tongs with what looks like the blade of a sword that is currently in construction. He holds it up to his face and he ignites it with this big like plume of fire that emanates from his gullet. And you see it becomes red hot very, very quickly, and he begins to get to work on it. And as you leave, just out of earshot, Raihan just mutters to himself, I guess fucking weird.
Like, just out of earshot enough to where Pact wouldn't have heard that, or...
Pact would not have heard that.
Okay.
But with that, your commission has been placed. You should get that here in the next few days. But until then, you begin to make your way out to the garrison. I guess my question for their group would be, who would be there? Who would arrive first? My guess would be probably Solomon. But I'm going to leave it up to the group.
I was going to say, if not Solomon, probably Copper and Simri. Copper has a rotation to upkeep.
Oh, don't worry. I've got a roll coming for Simri.
No boy, that's great. Thanks, man.
Solomon,
Solomon
do
would
you...
probably be...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. If it's alright, Solomon would definitely be much later.
Really? Okay.
He's kind of occupied by mystery, and he's not really good at, just like, letting things go.
He's got ADHD.
He got ADHD. He is the neurospicy. Okay.
He's hyper-focused.
Lath would be very punctual.
Letha would be very punctual. And I have taken that into account. I do want a Constitution saving throw from Simri.
God damn it, stop it! Let me go, man! Let me go! 13!
Okay. You are able to wake up at a reasonable hour. This was purely to see if you were just so exhausted from the day before, especially considering what happened to you, to see if you fucking overslept.
Well, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure Copper would have woke Simri up anyways.
It's possible. It sure is possible. So, I would say Copper and Simri, you both would probably be there. You probably would arrive first, and then Lath, you would probably be like right just after them. So, as the collection of you begin to pull up to the garrison, you are flagged down and led further into the inner chambers, some of the below surface level chambers, where you are greeted not by Libyahin, who you expected, considering what happened the day before, and her assistants, but rather you were met by this individual who, Copper and Simri, you have not had nearly as many interactions with this individual, but you would know of them, as you are met by Kraz Ladesh, who is the second lieutenant of the Black Watch.
That armor.
He is kind of leaning up against the wall, his arms cross, his what looks like a huge, kind of like almost like a modified version of like a halberd or great axe. It leans up against the wall as this admittedly not overly bulky, not overly tall half-orc individual. Kraz looks at the two of you. Ah, there you are. About time. Was wondering when you folks would start showing up. And then, like, you kind of pulling up, like, right behind them. And the Inquisitor, too. Good. Simri.
Yeah. The hood's been up. The hood's been up the whole walk. It's fine.
I like that that's
This
all
is
I have to say
fine.
is just Simri. Leif,
I will
this
post
is...
Simri's inner reaction in chat. Continue.
Sorry, I just read River's message. River, if you read that out, I will give you inspiration. Because that's funny.
Inquisitor sounds like a slur.
I said for Riv...
Sorry, I thought they DM'd you.
Bun. River, take
How was
your
I supposed to
inspiration.
know?
I
I don't have
I said it out loud! It's fine. It's fine. River, take your inspiration, because that's very funny.
Inquisitor is a slur.
It's like
Do you
Sean
not
playing Mass
remember?
Effect and thinking Spectre is a slur for the first couple hours. But, continuing. Leif, you don't know this man. This is not who you expected to meet. You presumed you were going to be meeting up with Lib from the past couple days. Copper and Samurai, you also expected Lib to be here, considering her involvement in what happened yesterday. So the three of you are taken a little off guard.
Lieutenant Ladesh. A pleasure, though a bit unexpected.
Always a pleasure, Copperhead. Copperhead is a term that you are not sure if it's demeaning or endearing that that Ladesh has been throwing at you pretty much since the moment he met you.
Hmm.
Or is it literal?
We
You're
don't know.
You're genuinely unsure.
Yeah.
And you see he actually like looks at the palm of his hand. Sea angler? Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, boss man has got a few questions for you all. Once the rest of you show up, we will get started. In the meantime, have a seat. And he kind of gestures vaguely at the overall actually pretty empty chamber. There are a couple there's like a couple shelves in here. There's some cabinets. It's just a kind of open floor plan room with a you get the impression this might actually just be kind of like not a break room per se, but like a little hangout spot for some of the garrison troops. And there is a rather actually pretty nice little dining table kind of set up in the middle of this chamber. And he just kind of gestures vaguely for you all to have a seat.
A seat I will have.
Simri will not seat down, but will stand behind Copper.
Ah, classic rogue behavior.
Yes.
Now, I have to know.
Uh-huh.
Leif, there are roughly 8 chairs at this table. Copper has taken up 10 chairs if you include the foot and the head of the table. Copper, I assume you probably take one of the middle seats on one side.
Basically, yeah.
Laith, I would love to know where you sit in accordance to these two. You're familiar with Copper, not so much his associate, but you recognize his associate from the day prior.
Can I make an insight to
Valid.
Okay, sure. What are you attempting to insight?
Can I see the nervousness off of Simri?
Okay. Yes, absolutely. Make me an insight check. Simri, I would say perception or persuasion or deception, but given that this is, let's be honest, you're attempting to conceal any nervousness you may have. Make me a deception check, but DM, send it to GM. That's a good sign. Send the roll to GM, please.
I forgot
It's fine.
to turn off dice roll, but still, whatever.
It's okay. It was a nat one, so.
Yeah.
Laith, the hood is up. You do recognize them from the day before, but the hood is up. They do seem a bit hard to read, but they seem... I'll give this to you for free. They do seem to be on edge.
Not friendly.
No.
I mean, Laith wouldn't understand why the unfriendliness. You said that Simri was like standing behind Copper, though.
Yeah.
So Laith would probably take a seat next to Copper, being the only one that Laith has actively had a conversation with.
I love it.
And he does it anyway.
I fucking love it. Okay.
He has no idea what this person's issue is, so he just...
No, it just keeps getting better. Keep going.
This has worked out so splendidly.
I'm loving this. Okay. I have to know. Laith, you probably engage in conversation with Copper while the three of you wait. I have to know. Do you attempt to engage in conversation with Simri?
No.
Smart.
Fair enough.
Laith is just as anxious talking to new people. So unless someone really wants to have a conversation with him, he's not really actively going to seek a conversation.
Valid. Absolutely valid. Did I hear Bun a second ago?
No.
Okay. So you and Copper engage in a little bit of small talk. And you notice that Second Lieutenant Ladesh is off to the side, up against the wall, just staring daggers at y'all. His expression isn't overall aggressive, but his gaze is focused.
Can I roll insight?
Sure. Anyone who wants to. Of the three of you.
Is this RBF or is there a problem? Oh, fuck you, roll 20. That was almost a natural 20.
15.
I'm gonna roll, but mostly to see if I can break my streak.
Valid.
No!
You shouldn't have called out the streak.
You haven't.
That's the
No,
gambler's
stop.
worst
No, you don't.
habit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll good at some point, guys. I'm halfway there. I will openly acknowledge I've had some good rolls today. I'm halfway there.
True. It just has to be consistent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Laith, you'll succeed on the check. It is admittedly, it is a little bit of both. For the most part, it is primarily resting bitch face. However, you do get the air of suspicion in his expression towards you all.
What the fuck, man? That's, classist.
Tell him, bud.
I'm trying.
Some time goes by, not too much time before Bulk, I would presume, given Pack's delay and Solomon coming in a bit later, Bulk would be next, correct? I think that's a reasonable assumption. Punkles.
Sorry, what?
Would it be a reasonable assumption that Bulk would be the next to get here given Pack's delay and Solomon's just general delay of the day, getting a late start to the day?
Yeah, I wouldn't say he is an early riser, but like he doesn't sleep in, till noon, so
Yeah. So, Bulk, you would be led to the same chamber where you see the three of the individuals that you had met is a strong word, but that you interacted with the previous day, given the fiasco down at the docks, and the same half-orc individual, Second Lieutenant Ladesh, who... Make me a history check. I'm gonna give you advantage given your... given that you are a resident here in Blackwall. I'm just seeing if you recognize this individual.
17.
Okay. You do know this individual. You may have even interacted with him once or twice, but you are familiar with Second Lieutenant Ladesh and his rather not harsh reputation, but his maybe curt is a good term to use. He's blunt, one could say. But as you enter, lumbering in your figure, standing over this half-orc man, who normally are tall and, tall and rather physically apt, he is a bit shorter and leaner than some of the other half-orcs, and especially full orcs that you've met in the past. What?
I called him a dragoon.
Oh. And you must be Bulk, one of the beasts of Baldur, I've heard. Dawn-Creed?
Just... Yes.
Excellent. Hopefully your guild comrade will be here soon. In the meantime, we're here with these three. And he gestures to the trio of Simmery, Copper, and Lath, who you recognize from the day before.
Should I go sit by him or greet him?
He was more saying to go sit by them, but you are not required to sit, but more just... He's telling you to just stay in this room with them, basically.
All right, String Bean. And he'll go, sit down. If there's more, extra seats, for more people than just him, he's gonna sit with one chair buffer.
I love it. You would be able to do so. As you call him String Bean, he does give you a bit of a sneer, but he doesn't say anything. Up next, following a bit later, would be Pact, would be my presumption. Pact, you entering this chamber, you do recognize the individuals here from the day prior, especially Bulk.
He'll just nod towards Bulk and just go find a wall just to stand on. Well, not stand on, lean his shoulders up against.
Mm-hmm. As Second Lieutenant Ladesh prepares to say something to you, you just go over and find a spot. And he goes. The rest of you see as he his mouth is just kind of left open for a moment, and then he just kind of closes it, and he goes, "All right, and that's both Dawn Creeders here. Now we wait for the wizard."
Wizard.
Solomon.
Yep.
What are you up to, buddy? Given that you're having a bit of a late start to the day in terms of making your way over to the garrison.
In all honesty, he's just combing over every notes that he's been gathering from yesterday. Just anything of relevance, keeping it, and then just writing more and more into his spell book and his journal, just going. Especially for what he's been dealing with yesterday. Because he kind of is marking out some stuff, especially after the incident with the whole bloody eyes and everything else, visions showing up, especially happening back at the tower.
Yeah. You're having a bit of a time. The voices are louder today than you would normally like, or that you're even given your meds than you're normally used to. Today they seem especially bad. You are welcome to. Now I get to introduce a fun mechanic to Solomon. You are, should you choose, you are welcome to double dose on your medicine to attempt to quell the side effects of your affliction. However, you have been told that doing so can have negative consequences if abused. So, it is up to your discretion whether you wish to do so or not, but know that there may be consequences by doing so.
I have a question if I do go down that road. Try, I'm gonna send you a DM.
Okay. In the meantime, talk amongst yourselves.
No matter what J Frost sends, start response with zipper face.
Copper has never felt so much. What is the word I'm looking for? Vitriol.
Yeah, there's just like a backlit, ominous figure behind me.
Yeah.
And like, Copper's keeping a straight face, but he's got that like anime sweat drop going on. He knows he's the one who has the full context here.
Yeah, you're looking at the two members of the Dawn Creed across from you, and you are not fully confident that they would intervene in the event that a fight were to break out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
She's holding it together, I promise. Her mental health might be shit, but she knows how to keep her shit together when she's in front of people. Nog, what are you whining for? My question is, how's Leaf feeling?
I would say yes, J. Frost. These would apply in terms of this conversation that we are having. And should you decide to take that route, it will be taken into account.
If that is the case, he's willing to make a equal parts scientific hypothesis testing and kind of just not desperation, but hope of a reprieve. So, double down on the meds.
All right. Taking a second dosage of your medication before you leave for the day, I would like for you to first make me a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Okay. Copy that.
Given the material we just discussed.
That is a 13.
Okay. That is a pass.
Understood.
You are able to double down on your medicine for today, and it actually suspends the previous condition that I had sent to you before. So,
Shit.
Okay.
so the thing I had previously sent you, go ahead and just remove that if it's on your sheet anywhere. Or
All right. I have it
rectify
saved on my main notes.
Perfect. You can go
So I'll
ahead and
just
get rid of
reset
that.
to 0. Copy that. Temp suspended. Okay.
With that, I do need one more thing from you, and that is a wisdom saving throw.
Copy that. I will say this is probably going to be normal, correct?
I'm thinking I'm gonna say yeah, normal on this. Just because I can't really justify it one way or another.
Nice.
22.
Perfect. Okay. With that, you wrap up your work for now and you reluctantly make your way to the garrison, locking up your office and such for the day, your workshop, etc. And you two are brought to this chamber where you are met by the second lieutenant, Kraz Ladesh, who, looking to you, wonderful, Mr. Akiva? Is that how you pronounce that? Solomon, you can see he is clearly reading some sort of note on the inside of his palm.
That's fine. It's Akiva, but I don't care anymore. He looks at this man, and this man can literally see my bag's got bags. It is dark circles around his eyes.
Well, as long as you don't care. Regardless, this means that everyone is here. That means we can get started. Everyone wait here, and I will be back in but a moment. And Solomon, you, as well as everyone else, you came in through one entrance. Kraz takes a 180 and goes out through a door on the other side, and the 6 of you are left to your devices for a few moments. A few minutes, even.
Together again?
And it is at this moment that I lean back in my chair.
No!
You gotta put the chair into cruise control.
Control. Yeah, oh god, he left the
Oh, you cut out, hon.
You cut out.
Yeah, you got
hard
rid.
there,
You're cutting
sorry.
out. hard.
No! Roll 20. Not roll 20. Sorry, Discord. You're trying to kill me now.
Roll 20! You're just mad at roll
How many-
20.
I'll take that insult to roll 20. I'm just going to bank it for the next time I have to roll.
I know, right?
So instead of thanks Obama, it's thanks roll 20.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Simmery won't say a word unless someone talks to her that's not Leaf.
Unfortunately, so is Pact. He literally left a room full of introverts together.
Excuse me. Together again, I see. I got your general names the other day, but perhaps introductions would be apt. My name is Copper. May I ask yours? And he's going to look to, I think he's going to start with Balk.
It'd be hard not to. He's sitting across from you and he's easily the largest man in the room.
True.
Bright orange.
Balk. Master Balk. A pleasure. Looks on over to Pact.
You can just call me Pact.
Master Pact. Excellent.
You could also drop the Master's title. I'm
afraid I
really
cannot do that.
I'm afraid you will.
I'm afraid you won't have a choice in that matter.
For now.
Tension stir. Excellent.
This is great.
And then he's going to look on over to Solomon. And you are?
He'll just look up Solomon Akiva, Arcanist.
An arcanist. Tell me, are you perhaps a part of the tower?
My business is with the tower, yes. I am one of the general workers.
I hear they've done good work over at the tower. I think we can all appreciate everything that you've been putting forward over there.
Just kind of taking a moment for a note. It has been well known that workers and the respective work of the tower has in general made Blackwall a better place, especially in terms of especially in regards to our Dawn Creed members here, because it has made the efforts within the tower have on more than one occasion made protecting Blackwall easier, which has inversely made y'all's jobs easier. It's kind of like a general research facility. They don't specialize in one thing over another. It's really truly, we want to do this. This may be something that Blackwall can utilize. But to that end, researchers and workers on the tower, from the tower, typically spend most of their average days in the tower, as most of them live in the tower. So this Solomon being here on its own is a bit of a rare sight. But the tower's work is well known for our resident Blackwall party members here.
Understood. Still, it was unusual to see you out by the docks, Master Solomon. Perhaps why were you out there, if I may inquire?
Official business. That's all that needs to be said. My employer required a package to be picked up. The package has been received. Hey, I don't mean to be rude, Mr. Miss...
A copper.
Forgive... Yes, forgive me. Solomon's actually gonna look at you, Copper, and he's go, I'm not terribly familiar with kobold.
Correct. That is my species. Go ahead.
Above game, can I roll a general, like, can I perceive what Copper is? Like, he doesn't know male or female kobold.
Sure. Make a, man, what would this be?
I would say investigation, I'm not...
Intelligence?
I'm gonna say nature.
Nature,
That's
oh
perfect.
boy, nature.
The thing that you're so good at.
A 12?
Kobolds are pretty rare this far up in the nation of Gaia. They're especially more rare this far up in Baldur, considering the frigid cold. But it is not impossible to find a kobold. You have seen a small handful of them in your work here in Blackwall. You are able to determine that Copper is of the male persuasion.
Noted. Going to put, kind of like using a bit of his book, he's gonna be like writing down quick, like, cliff notes of basically everybody in here. Basically going, kobold male, named Copper, possible
Bro's taking a census.
possible arcanist due to magic abilities displayed in last fight. Man's profiling.
No!
What are you, a cop?
Crazy.
We're in the right place for it.
No, yeah.
True,
Punk.
yeah, we are in
What?
the
Speciesist, I'm sorry.
Sorry, that word is just like it throws me off guard.
Speciesist, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Remember, oh god, remember how I described this character. Go back.
Look at that man.
Allow me to tell you this. What is the value of human life? There is none. Now let me explain to you why.
Yeah.
Solomon be like, you're all pieces of shit, and I can prove it mathematically.
Yeah.
You are all valuable as meat shields in case more shit hits the fan. Especially the big one.
Bulk knows his worth.
So, upon seeing the note-taking, Copper is actually going to turn back to Bulk and Pact. So you two are working at the Dawn Guards. Am I right?
Creed.
Dawn Creed, thank you.
I like to think that was in character.
I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
And what of it?
Oh, I'm
Bog
just
just
trying.
shrugs.
I'm just trying to get a good idea about my new associates.
It pays the bills.
Pays the bills, keeps us active. Nothing really too fancy.
Seems to be worthwhile in pursuit. You were both quite excellent in that fight yesterday. Have you been on anything especially interesting in your work?
Just a note to Bulk and Pack, you two did just finish up a mission where you hunted and slayed a roaming manticore.
Yeah. Pact will kind of look towards Bulk and just kind of mumble. Oh, no, doesn't need to know.
Weird wildlife.
Facts.
Funny dog.
Venturing into the wilds of Baltimore can't be easy. Let me... I think, and he points to Balk, I suspect that you would actually be most apt out there. No?
I would like everyone in this room except for Lath. No, I will let Lath make it too. I would like everyone in this room to make me history checks. Lath, you're going to make a history check, but yours is going to be at a different DC than the others.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
Okay.
history.
7.
8.
13.
Nat
20?
Nah.
Oh,
Damn.
damn, Lee.
I
Wow.
love that Lath got the nat 20.
Meanwhile, Bach is looking at his coat and then looking back at Copper. I mean, it is pretty thick.
I have a response, but I'll let this history go through.
It was a low DC. Everyone in this chamber, even Lath with the natural 20, is familiar that in Baldur there are roaming packs of Leonin tribes. Prides, if you will. That are typically barbarian in, I guess you could say, profession. Those are typically, I'll actually pull up the map again. Those would typically be off in the far reaches, so kind of like way deeper, closer to the border. And Lath, you would know this due to the extensive research you did of Baldur and Blackwall as a whole before actually coming out here. What I'm trying to say is, in this moment, while it is rarer, uncommon, you could say, to see one of the roaming tribesmen this far north in Blackwall, it is certainly not outside of the realm of possibility. And to that end, I would like everyone here, except for Pact and Lath, to make me history checks. Simri and Copper, the two of you get advantage.
Okay. I almost hit disadvantage.
Cam story.
Nice, 21.
12.
I'm stealing your luck. I'm sorry, CJ.
21?
No. A 12 is a perfectly acceptable roll for my level with advantage. I accept this number.
The three of you, being residents in Blackwall, are familiar with the whispers and rumors of a rather large and menacing Leonin individual who has made their way into Blackwall, taken up residence at Blackwall in the previous few years. One who has taken an employ with the Dawn Creed, one who has been referred to by more than the average person as the Beast of Baldur. Do with that information as you will.
So Copper, looking at Bog. Now, you do not see that many Leonin around here. I don't wish to be presumptuous, but perhaps Master Bog is the Beast of Baldur that I've heard rumors about.
Above game, yeah, no. Wait, no, I think Kress called him out on the way in.
Wait, what was that? What did you say first? I didn't make that out at all.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yes, Lieutenant Ladesh did refer you to that on you entering the chamber. It is a title that you have begrudgingly taken upon yourself from the folks here in Blackwall.
Bach just nods and waves.
Excellent to put a name and a face to a title. I must say, I've heard a lot about Leonin to the south of us. One of these days, if you would be so kind, I would love to hear more about it. He is... Well, he's gonna wait for a minute. He's gonna wait for a response from Balk.
His face, I don't know if he gets mad, but like his face kind of sours. Maybe. We have seen each other a bit more than I was expecting.
Apologies, Master Balk. I seem to have struck a nerve. Maybe another day, or not at all, at your leisure.
Copper really said, all right, maybe later. Or fucking not, I don't know.
Really? But he is going to turn his attention over to Pact. And sorry?
I do have a thing. I need to know people's passive perception for a thing.
Everyone, if you would, please inform us of everyone's passive perception. Copper's is a 12, that I know off the top of my head.
Pax 15.
Lakes is also 15.
So,
13.
oh, well, I don't know if Lath would be looking in is the real question. But if Pact is at any point, the fur on Simri's shoulder, yeah, passives. Frost.
14.
Oh, wait.
14.
You would probably notice it too. The fur, or at least what you thought was just like accent fur on Simri's shoulder, occasionally flicks.
So you said Pact. You said Pact and Lace would notice.
Yeah, Pact Lath and oh my God, Solomon. There you go.
Okay.
That's all. Continue, Copper.
On that note, before Copper continues, Solomon, it is at this moment that you really take notice of Simri's person. And you just kind of clock that they are a fascinating individual.
Fucking weirdo.
That's it. If you wish to investigate further, you are welcome to. But you notice that they are certainly unique in appearance. But if Solomon doesn't have anything for that,
He's just more notes, especially on this. Dude is profiling hard.
yeah, there's a
He's
note in there
putting-
that says, "What the fuck is that? Is that a fucking cat?"
Hey, Ma! That
I
weird cat's
knew you
back!
were gonna say that. I just could
I
smell
was
it a
waiting on. I'm
mile
surprised
away.
we didn't get it last session.
Right.
Same.
But Copper, you may continue.
Now, above game, I haven't seen a lot of individuals like Pact in terms of like dress and style. Am I correct?
I would say no.
Copper's gonna look on over to Pact. Master Pact, I must say that is not great clothing for this kind of weather, but it is rather interesting. May I inquire where it came from?
You claim to be some sort of archivist. You can do the research yourself.
Oh, that wasn't me. And he gestures on over to Solomon.
Either way, it doesn't matter.
Oh, unfortunate. Your shoes are whack. Your dress is whack. Looks at the tattoos.
Whack.
What are those?
Tart, I'd like to use Stunning Strike. I know I don't have it yet technically, but I mean, I'm just if I slide you a pizza.
I cast Steel Chair.
I like it. I like to take a little bit of pride knowing that I engaged in this little bout of madness with my original comment in the Discord. But we will continue. Is there anything else that anyone would like to say or do before we continue?
I do not think so.
Bob's just gonna mutter, I didn't come up with the name.
Aww.
No! He's so upset! No! Remedy doesn't
I'm
like
sorry.
He
There's
sounded sad. I didn't mean to. He's like, I didn't come up with the name.
Oh, it sounded sad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
gotta say,
No,
Local misfire. My bad.
No, I
No, I feel like that's better. I feel like Bulk doesn't realize that he sounded sad now.
just the
I feel like-
very, very slight hint of sadness behind it.
I was gonna say, I feel like everyone would have been like, "Oh," except for Packy would have been like, "Well, you said it fine."
Yeah.
Fine, dude.
Anyone else? You know what? Just thinking about it, Copper has not addressed Lath yet, as
Oh.
far as speaking to the group. Would you like to do so before we move on?
Yes. He'll keep it brief though, because obviously we had that conversation earlier. But he's gonna go. And Master Lath, it is good to see you again. We return as we were promised to, no?
Did you get rest? You look rested.
Thank you, I did. We... we closed up early, and as we closed up early, we took the time to cash in on an existing sleep debt. Did you manage to find the silver lantern all right?
I did.
Excellent. Mist had returned to me without you in tow, and while they cannot speak, I assumed that you made it back all right, but it is best to check such things. Hopefully you're acclimating to the city more. As Copper is no doubt feeling two boring holes of heat vision from behind him.
Maybe.
I must thank you for your work the other day. Again, your healing skills were exceptionally potent against the undead.
I'm just doing what I do best.
That is all anyone can ask, isn't it? I have made one potential friend, two unknowns, and one enemy today.
You're assuming a lot right there.
He didn't say which one was the enemy.
Correct. But with introductions more or less over, that's basically all Copper has to say.
Okay. Anyone else?
I need to talk with Bastion.
You're saying this to Solomon?
Yes.
Okay. Solomon. That was not a name
Solomon
you were expecting to hear in this exact moment.
Oh, sorry. My fucking net died. What happened?
No.
Oh, no.
Lath said to you that they need to speak with Solomon. Not your Solomon, with Bastion.
Bastion. Okay. Noted. He'll kind of look at Lathan and just go, "You know Mr. Dufort?"
Not formally, no. I was told to seek him out.
I would like for everyone, real quick, before this conversation continues, I would like everyone to roll history on that name. Except for Lath, obviously, and Solomon, obviously.
17.
4. Sorry.
Oh, a good roll!
Everyone this time?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone except Lath and Solomon, because they're talking about it.
19.
Yo, let's go!
Nice. I like that Pact and Bulk know this especially because it isn't uncommon for the Dawn Creed to take jobs from members of the Tower. Just the Tower as an organization. Copper, you're also familiar with the Tower. Simri, you probably truly, you know of the Tower. The staff... You know what? Simri, I'm gonna let you re-roll, actually, considering the job you just did, and considering Copper's successful check. I'm gonna let you get one more chance. Re-roll for me.
Okay. Fuck you.
Wow.
What the fuck?
You have inspiration if you want to use it.
I don't have inspiration. I used them all last time.
Well, damn. Well, that's okay. The name, you've heard of it, but exactly who it belongs to, it's escaping you. But the rest of you... Copper, you have done trade deals with the tower before. You also, given the recent job that Semri had to complete, you are familiar with members of the tower. And then Bulk and Pact, you having done jobs for, through the Dawn Creed for the tower, contracts for the tower. This is a name that has crossed your minds on more than one occasion, likely. Bastien Dufour is the, you could say head of the tower. He's the primary benefactor of the tower. And then Bulk, Pact, and Copper, you also know that Bastien Dufour has a bit of a reputation behind him, given the work he's done for Blackwall, but also in the fact that he is, in himself, a member of the Seekers, who are a bit of a, you could call a splinter group that formed off from an associate of the Iron Covenant that is basically devoted to arcane and we'll use the term paranormal research, investigation, intelligence gathering and stuff. They're the people they're the cryptid hunters. They're the people who look into the weird shit going on in the world.
The Bigfoot people, right?
What's that?
I was just making a joke. It was like, these are like the proper like cryptid researchers, not the Bigfoot hunters, right?
Yes, he is Josh Gates. Shout out to Destination Truth. But yes, so Bastien Dufour, in short, is the primary benefactor of the tower currently, as well as a member of the Seekers. So, requesting to just kind of speak with the man is, damn, okay. But, Lath and Solomon, you may continue. Sorry to sideline that.
You're good, buddy. Well, if that's the case, I'll make sure that you are seen by Mr. Dufour. Just be aware that he is a busy.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't expect it to be immediately or anything.
Lath internally, everyone's fucking busy in this town.
I can never talk to anybody.
Lath's just too passive to ask for anyone's time.
Oh, that's
Wait,
relatable.
buddy.
I was gonna say, me, IRL.
Yeah. With that being said, with that conversation coming to an end, it is around this time that the group of you begin to hear the sound of heavy plated boots on stone. Two sets, one heavier than the other, as two sets of boots approach your location. The door opens and you all are greeted by the second lieutenant, who you met before. I picked the wrong song, hold on. The second lieutenant Ladesh, who you met before. And then, let me pull Ladesh real quick. Where are you? There you are. Kraz Ladesh. And then the other man, who is in a higher, bulkier stature than the man you met before. But this is a man a few of you are familiar with. As the captain of the Black Watch, Captain Kirk Roberts, enters the chamber.
Captain Kirk?
No, it's Captain Roberts. I'll strangle you. As he enters a bit of cold air, or at least colder air, or perhaps aura, enters along with him as he kind of, his chin kind of up a little bit, kind of tracks his gaze across all y'all. This is all of them.
Roboting.
Oh, am I? Hello?
Slightly.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
You're
thank
good.
God
Yeah,
it's
I
not just
watched-
me.
You're good.
I watched the internet drop for a second. That's all.
Okay. Am I good now?
Yeah.
Okay. As he kind of tracks his gaze over all of you, he says to the second lieutenant, "This is all of them." "Yes, sir. Everyone who was involved in the fiasco down with the docks, or I guess everyone who helped resolve it." Captain Roberts takes another moment, looking at over all of you. Is our internet freaking out again?
You sound
Nope,
fine.
we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound good.
I saw Bun's message that said OMG internet, so I needed to make sure.
No, it just came through late.
Okay. He silently looks over you all a few moments longer. "I'll try not to take up too much more of your time, but each of you are going to be asked a set of questions, and then, provided you give me the answers I am searching for, you will be permitted to leave. I will not keep you here any longer than you are required, but I ask that you please cooperate." Just looking at this man, this is a man who is very hardworking and is very tired. And just looking at him initially, you can tell this is not the first bit of work he's been doing today. Bro's been working. Probably was up through part of the night. Whoever wants to go first. Either one of you can volunteer, or I can choose.
Pack just gets up and walks in.
As Second Lieutenant Ladesh attempts to follow the two of you out, you and Captain Roberts. Captain Roberts will actually stop him and say, "Stay with the rest of them. Make sure they don't leave." "Yes, sir." And Second Lieutenant Ladesh will take up his post along the wall that he did when he was waiting on everyone to get here. But Captain Roberts, notably with his back to you, Pact, will lead you down to a chamber, what it appears to be an interrogation chamber. He will open the door and he will just kind of hold it open for you.
He will walk in.
Okay. Inside the chamber, it's pretty dismal. Black stone walls and that pane of glass along the side that you can only presume has who knows how many people staring at you from behind it. A single small table with 2 chairs on mirroring sides. You go over, you take a sit. Captain Roberts does not sit. And he looks to you. Pact Yakusobu. Is that correct?
Close enough, yeah.
You have to forgive me. My old Ventrosian Empire is... well, it's been a long time.
I'm not a stickler on pronunciation, so you're fine.
Fair enough. Well, as I mentioned, I'll try not to keep you. I have a few questions for you. The first, why were you there at the docks?
Dawn Creed Guildmaster Dana Stone-Daughter requested myself and my associate Bulk to pick up something from the docks that day.
And what happened exactly?
As far as I know, not sure. We were waiting for... Hang on, sorry. We led the Inquisitor towards the docks. Apparently he's not terrific with directions, so we led him there. As we get there, the ship just kind of comes right in and just collides with the dock itself, and all this undead just started funneling out of it. Nothing really more... Sorry, words. Definitely not in the normal category.
And what did you do after the ship crashed? After the undead began to spill out?
I was tasked by... Hang on, I've got the name right here. I was tasked by Lieutenant Libiyahin to dispatch of the undead horde as we were trying to get civilians away.
And notably, you did so. A lot of you did. Following this, or perhaps even during, did you see anyone or anything suspicious?
A couple of people trying to scamper away, but nothing really too pressing, if I'm being honest.
He's got this, as he's speaking with you, he's got this tired, like, scowl on his face. No check to really account that it is RBF in this moment. But you notice that his demeanor he sort of pauses, and his demeanor gets a bit more, maybe tense, before he actually sits down across from you. And last question. What do you know about Rook Ashford? And I will give you that name here. I'll actually put that in roll 20. Rook Ashford. Pact, make me a... Yeah? Bird! Pact, go ahead and make me a history check.
That's an 8, sir.
That is not a name you're familiar with.
Unfortunately, I can't give that information. I don't know who that individual is.
He's going to eyeball you just a little bit, and he's going to roll insight. On a result of an 18, he is able to determine that you are, in this moment, telling the truth, and you have been truthful with him. He's going to stand up. All right. Thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go as you see fit. One of my men will escort you out of the garrison.
Much appreciated. Hope whatever I can provide helped. And he will just kind of give a slight bow, like a little head nod of a bow, and just allow himself to be just let out.
Okay. You are guided out by one of just one of the grunts here in the Black Watch. My question is, do you, after leaving the building, do you hang around a little longer to wait for either Bulk or anyone else for that matter?
About that, he actually would go towards Bulk and say, "So should I wait? Did you want me to wait here, or do you just want to head back to the guild hall after?"
You're welcome to stay in the chamber that you guys were being held in before, if you wish.
Yeah, but he's mostly just asking for, like, courtesy.
Yeah.
Bach's thinking about getting food after this.
Okay, yeah, he'd hang around, but mostly just filling Bulk's seat if he got once he gets called.
Alrighty.
I guess Bulk will go in, yeah.
Okay. Bulk goes in next. Bulk, you were asked the same questions, so we'll go through them as was done with Pact. Now you go by Bulk. Some could refer to you as the Beast of Baldur, but as someone who has had a number of titles in my past, I will, by folks here in Blackwall, we'll just stick with Bulk. How does that sound?
Works for me.
Alrighty. So,
Name was
Bulk,
not chosen by me.
he'll kind of nod. They usually aren't. Now, Bulk, tell me, why were you there at the docks?
I was given a job with the skinny one, and well, it went to shit. I have a few questions. Or rather, they're probably just theories.
Bulk, make me a persuasion check.
Five.
We'll see. Right now, let's stick to what happened. You were there when the ship crashed, correct? Tell me about that.
It was a little wreck that we couldn't look away from. The harbor master went to wave them in and realized they weren't slowing down enough. It cracked open like an egg of horrors.
And what happened then? What did you do after the ship
Zombies.
crashed?
Well, we noticed zombies were running out. Started attacking the dock workers. So we fought them. Cut a bunch of them down.
And in this defense of the dock district, did you either during or after see anyone or anything suspicious?
Zombies.
I suppose that would be suspicious, yes, but no one slinking away from the crash or anything that could be related.
No. He just shrugs.
Kind of nods. You said you had a theory.
Someone may have ordered a cursed object. Maybe it snuck in.
He seems to be listening to you intently.
That's pretty much it.
A few members of the Black Watch suspect the same thing. Tell me, last thing before I let you go, what do you know about Rook Ashford? Punk, Bulk, make me a history
E.
check.
Nine.
That is not a name you've heard before.
It sounds like a person, but no one that I have met. Knowingly.
He is going to insight you. And he is going to determine that you are telling the truth. And you have been. Alright. Thank you for your cooperation. And he is going to stand up. He is going to open the door for you to leave. You are welcome to return back to the previous chamber to reconnect with your Dawn-Creed associate, or you are welcome to leave. You are no longer required to remain here.
Thank you. He'll walk out.
Okay. I take it the two of you, Bulk and Pact, will probably meet up following Bulk finishing here.
Yeah, Buck's doing like something about a market stall nearby that's supposed to have good meat.
Taking that at face value, I mean, Pack would just wordlessly follow.
The new stall is run by a actually pretty stout little bugbear, and it goes by the names of Grubs and Hawks.
I love it.
Yeah, definitely going there.
If anyone is familiar with the movie, oh god, Bun, what was the movie we just watched recently?
Rush Hour?
Yes. It's very similar to that little food stall where they get the Chinese food from in that in Rush Hour. Just this tiny little place run by what you can only presume is probably a hybrid of a dwarf and a bugbear, as it is just this stout, hairy little man with this mustache that actually like trails all the way, like a Fu Manchu that trails all the way down to the floor.
Hell yeah.
Okay, this is the dumbest image I had in my head. I'm just imagining Captain Caveman with a fucking mustache.
Captain Caveman.
Am I old? Fuck, I'm old.
No, you're not. I just couldn't think of who that was based on the name. You are not incorrect.
The guy
I would also-
caveman.
I would also like to point out, CG's, this man is a square. After seeing Bulk Impact leave, Simmery is going to probably buff Captain. She wants out. Get this over as soon as possible.
I do have a question for Bulk and Pack, just real quick. I presume the two of you probably don't wait for any other member of this group, correct? You two probably fuck off.
Yeah. I mean, they're not like running until, so that like lose them.
Right, but you're not waiting
yeah.
for them.
No.
Understood. Okay. Simmery,
Wait.
What's up?
You just make a note to check it as they pass by if Lath is wearing a jacket.
Lath, are you wearing a jacket now? I do believe you bought one.
Lath did buy one.
Are you wearing it?
Yes.
Okay. I was kind of hoping you would say
You just
no,
nod.
just for the funnies, but...
He just nod and keep going. Treat meat.
Punk, I'm gonna DM you real quick.
Treat meat. Oh my god, Bulk.
Treat meat!
He needs enough protein to keep going.
Protein.
He's a big man. Protein?
Punk, thoughts? Okay, excellent, thank you. Alright, so, Simmery, you, like the previous two, are brought to this interrogation chamber. Do you sit or do you stand?
Semri will sit. Semri knows procedure.
As you sit down in the chair, you are met with a bit of a colder reception from Captain Roberts than Bulk and Pact were. Simmery.
Captain.
Staying out of trouble, I take it.
You can say that.
We'll find out, I suppose. All right. As he kind of begins to sit down across from you, he does not seem too overly joyful about your presence here. You and your associate Copper were at the docks when the ship came in, correct?
We sure were.
Why were you there?
I was mostly there with Copper. We had a shipment to pick up, and that was it.
That was it.
That was it. Notably, Simri hasn't lowered her.
You haven't lowered your hood?
No.
Understood. And the shipment you were picking up, what was it for?
Man, that's a good question. Would Simri know what specifically it was?
You know, it was resupplies. It was just a restocking order for the copper
Restocking,
piece.
yeah. Just restocking items, like normal.
Mm-hmm. He says, just kind of... He's not even nodding. He's just staring at you. You can tell he's trying to read you. You're
staring at each other.
Yeah. What happened next?
Certainly what the others had said. All of a sudden, the ship carrying our orders crashed into the dock. After a little bit of time, undead started to swarm out of the ship. We fought them. There was a white there, which was worrying, but we took it down.
And you're positive it was a white?
I'm 100% sure it was a white. I was very up close and personal with this thing, Captain. I got stabbed by it twice.
He lets out a noise that is somewhere between affirmation and almost a chuckle.
Tweet.
And so you were one of the few that helped deal with the situation after the ship had crashed.
Yep. Against my better judgment, but no.
Simmer, you do notice his eyebrow does twitch just for a brief moment after you say that. Almost like he's taken note of that.
Oogie.
And during this fiasco, either during or after, did you see anyone or anything suspicious?
I'm assuming he has a pretty high passive perception.
Possibly. Zipper mouth.
Zipper mouth. He'll see Simri's eyes shift off to the side, just away from him. Not in a keeping a secrets way, but she's thinking.
He's going to roll insight on you, having clocked that. If you wish to keep this information hidden, roll me deception.
Deception. Oh, dirty 20.
You do beat him. So if this is something you wish to keep a secret, you do believe you can get away with it.
What would I roll for a judgment call, I guess? Or a... to determine if I actually want to tell him this information? For myself personally?
I would just call that a flat wisdom check.
Okay. Wisdom.
Bro, a cab. On a 3, that's a total a cab.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're jokes aside. You know that while Libyahin has had your back and Copper's back for a hot minute, you haven't had. You're positive that Captain Roberts is out to get you, but you can't prove it.
But I can't prove it. Simri will just shrug and shake her head. Too much chaos to notice.
He eyes you a bit longer, trying to read you. But you did pass your deception.
What?
Lastly, what do you know about Rook Ashford? Simri. Make me a history check.
Yeah. I can do this. No, I can't. Fuck you, roll 20.
You have never heard that name before.
That is a name.
You'd be correct. Do you know perhaps who
No.
this name belongs to?
Not a damn clue, Captain.
He takes a deep breath. You're not sure if it's him somewhat relieved or increasingly frustrated. It just kind of comes
Probably.
and goes.
Probably a bit of both, because he's dealing with Simri.
And he will get up, he'll walk to the door, he'll open it. You are welcome to return back to the chamber and send your counterpart and send your better half in. He would make a note to say that.
Simri will just walk past the other direction to go wait down the hallway. I'm not going back in that room. I know what I did for it to roll for.
You will be pushed by some of the members of the Black Watch to at least hang out in general vicinity of where that room was.
Yeah, just not going back in the room.
Yeah, that's fine. Copper. You, in a slight twist of what was happening before, you are actually requested to be next.
You feel so special.
Oh, I'm honored, he says, kind of twitching in his chair a little bit.
You make your
But
way.
he will.
Go ahead.
He'll get up and go in.
You make your way in where Captain Roberts is already standing there with the other chair pulled out for you.
This
Take
roll
a
is just
seat.
for me. Ignore it. Okay. Continue.
Copper, as you go over and you sit down, Captain Roberts looms over you. You know this man doesn't like you.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason he tolerates you is because of your working relationship with the first lieutenant. All right, Copper. Tell me why you were there.
We were
Copper,
both.
you feel a twinge on the back of your mind of a familiar sensation that you have been granted before from Simri.
Mm-hmm. Copper will say, mentally, and actually he will say it in both. Samurai and I went to go acquire supplies for the Copper Peace. Just a general restock, nothing major.
And what happened?
The ship crashed into the dock. Zombies spilled out. There was two that seemed of exceptional power. One appeared to be the former captain, and the other appeared to be a white, I believe.
And what did you do after the ship crashed?
I opted to aid in the evacuation of civilians and the dispatchment of the zombies.
And during this, or following the conclusion of this fiasco, did you see anyone or anything suspicious?
Mental connection. He's asking about someone suspicious. Did he ask you this? What would you reply?
He did. I said I didn't see anything.
I did not see anyone, no. I was focused on acquiring my supplies, making sure that they were undamaged.
He is going to incite you, Copper. I know you're telling the truth. But he doesn't. He believes you, though.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes narrow just a little bit, but they relent. Last question. What do you know about Rook Ashford? Copper. Make me a history check.
What? Please, Copper.
20!
Copper! That is not a name you've heard before.
Uh,
Ooh.
The game was rigged from the start, baby.
no!
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I know it's not a name I've heard before.
Correct.
Copper squints his eyes a little bit in the response, and he looks to Captain Roberts and he says, Master Roberts, that is not a name I've heard before.
He is going to incite you once more. Again, I know you're telling the truth. He deduces that you are telling the truth as well. Alright, Copper, you're free to go. Take your associate with you.
Thank you. We shall abscond as needed.
Yes, you do that. Both of you stay out of trouble.
Copper
He opens the door for you.
Copper bites his tongue a little bit, holding back a witty comment, realizing it's not a good time for this.
Please don't, Copper. Please don't.
Copper,
get
make
real.
me an insight check.
Absolutely. At 12.
Nice.
You are one. You take notice at how short this interrogation, if one could call it that, is. You also notice briefly as you're leaving, the captain seems tense. Like, more than usual.
Copper makes a note of this,
Mm-hmm, you'd best.
but he is
Copper would
going.
remember this.
He is going to leave, and as he walks out, you see Semri just kind of hanging out. Semri, shall we depart? from the premises for now.
Please.
He nods, and the last thing that Copper and Simri are going to do is in Simri's head, Copper is going to say, I want to know who this Rook Ashford is now. And we leave.
Yeah.
Unlike before, where the filings from one person to another in these interrogations have been rather calm and collected, following the exfiltration of Copper and Simri, the stern voice from Captain Roberts from down the hall, Lath and Solomon, you both hear, "Send the wizard next!" And the second lieutenant looks to you, Solomon, and goes, "Sounds like you're up, friendo. Good luck."
I guess it is. Thank you, Lieutenant. And just nods to him, Curtis, like Kirkily, and just walks.
The lumbering form of Captain Roberts is standing at the door as you exit out into the hall. You enter the chamber and he closes the door behind the both of you. Mr. Akiva.
Captain Roberts, how can I help you?
Just have a few questions for you and then I will get you on your way. He will gesture at the table for you to sit.
He'll politely sit.
It's not often that a member of the tower goes and gets dirty with the rest of the grunts in the dock district. Why were you there and not one of your servants?
I was personally requested to receive a package that was meant for the tower.
This request, was it by Mr. Dufour?
No. Above him, in his station, to the old man.
He will noticeably turn his head to that. Really?
I'm not going to lie to you, sir. I don't have time, patience. And he just looks like... This man, if he were to take a look at Solomon's face, it is nothing but exhaustion and age. Like, this... It looks like this man has gone already through a lifetime.
That's the most honest thing I've heard today. Solomon, tell me then. You were retrieving a package designated for the tower. What happened?
Waiting at the docks. I was waiting for the ship to arrive in harbor so that a package could be offloaded and delivered into my hands. Barring the manifest and everything else, I was already given when the ship collided within the entirety of the port. Didn't slow down, nothing at all. Next thing you know, what I thought would be survivors of the crash lumbering forward were instead the poor unfortunate souls that were reanimated. Next thing you know, a scuffle ensues between the living dead and myself, as well as every individual back within that room.
You participated in the battle.
Correct. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to at least save one dock worker who, well, I'm pretty sure if you look over the reports, you'll find bits of his intestines within another creep of their mouths.
Solomon, you do
Yeah.
know, between the events of when it happened and up till now, you do know that it is reported In fact, most of you would probably know this. Anyone who had any sort of inkling to look into it, even remotely. It has been well reported that roughly a dozen dock workers were killed during the incident with the ship, unfortunately.
Understood. He'll kind of just think about it and go, and now that I think about it, probably more. I don't know how many from the initial crash, debris, and the rest getting their rib cages cracked open by bare hands. Besides that, multiple undead captain, obviously, as well, and a white.
And following this encounter with the undead, or perhaps even during it, did you see anyone or anything suspicious?
I personally did not. I was focused too much upon my own survival, as well as that of ensuring that we didn't have any more, well, undead. My main focus, of course, was the white, considering that was what I believe to be ground zero for the undead.
Last question, as he kind of leans forward a little bit. What do you know about Rook Ashford? Solomon, like the rest of the group. Like the rest of the group, history check, please.
11.
That's not a name you've heard before.
I'm afraid, Captain, that is not a name I have ever heard before.
He's going to roll insight on you. And he determines you are telling the truth. He kind of lets out a almost frustrated sigh. Thank you for your cooperation. Sorry to trouble a member of the tower. You are free to go.
I greatly appreciate your assistance, Captain, and I am terribly sorry that you are dealing with all this. I hope that within the future you at least find out what's happening and whatever is going on.
I intend to.
If you excuse me, I have to wait a little bit before this individual is done with your round. And then I have to take them over to the tower. Apparently they have business with my employer.
You see his head shifts slightly in acknowledgement and also seemingly making a note of that. I'm gonna stand in the hall then, and he'll call out, "Send the Inquisitor in!"
Thank you. And he'll walk out and wait in the hall.
Lath, as you and the second lieutenant have been the only two remaining in the chamber, he's just been staring at you, and you've just kind of been sitting there, kind of awkwardly, maybe staring back at him.
I'm kicking my feet on the chair, staring at the ground. My feet don't touch the ground.
You hear the voice call from down the hall.
He jumps hearing his name.
Looks like it's your turn, fish fry.
I don't even have a response to that. Other than you're an asshole. That's just me above game. You
Lee just frowns.
Fun of my height one way or another.
No, Lee.
Lee just starts
Buddy.
crying.
He just breaks down.
Just makes the Binding of Isaac sad face.
Yeah.
Lath.
Definitely different than what I posted.
Oh my god. Lath, you You make your way down the hall where you do pass Solomon, who seems to be waiting, scribbling down notes, and you make your way into the chamber. And it kind of occurs to you as you go into this room, why are you being interrogated? You just got here. What the fuck? Where's Lib? But nevertheless, you are commanded to sit, and like the rest, the captain engages in his questions. So you are the Inquisitor from the Iron Covenant, Leith Sea Angler.
Yeah.
First, I will establish my apologies for keeping you waiting. I know that you were meant to see Lord Novak. The Duke is very busy, but I assure you, you will meet him. He is aware
I
of your
understand
presence.
being busy.
He is aware of your presence in Blackwall, and he is working at the utmost expedience to make sure that you are seen.
I seem to have found a way to keep myself busy in the meantime.
It would seem so. So, Leith, tell me, why were you there at the docks?
I was meeting up with... I have to go to names because my brain can't do names today.
All good.
I was meeting up with, I believe, Lib down at the docks.
The first lieutenant. He says a
Yeah.
bit sternly, like to correct you. Almost like if somebody were to call Dr. Mr.
My apologies. First Lieutenant, I was meeting her down at the docks, and I had to be helped because I got a little bit turned around.
Who helped you?
Pact and, I believe, Bulk?
Two members of the Dawn Creed. That adds up. The three of you were at the scene. Alright. What happened next? After you met with the first lieutenant.
This ship started coming into the port, and then it didn't stop, and it crashed. And then undead started appearing.
And what did you do after the ship crashed?
We hoped to clear everything out. We took care of the undead, and the white that had come with it as well.
And after engaging with the undead, or perhaps even during, did you see anyone or anything suspicious? Like, you seem to recall a rather interesting individual who you probably, following your better judgment, decided not to following the events at the docks. A certain hooded individual.
Did Lath ever feel like he was... I can't remember if I had, like, the sense I was being followed, or if I even knew someone...
You are still unsure. You did determine that someone had definitely taken notice of you, but you have yet to determine if you are being followed and or watched. You have not seen that individual or anyone of similar ilk since that experience.
I can't really think of anything. Nothing that feels to be of concern anyway.
Laith, are you lying?
Not necessarily, because he doesn't know what, like, if it was really suspicious or if he's just being paranoid.
Okay. I will.
Because again, he's in a new place.
Okay. I will say, just since you are still omitting this fact, I will still say make me a deception check. Wow, good roll.
19.
He seems to let it go. That would make sense. You are new in town, after all. Anyone outside the ordinary would be hard to pinpoint when you don't know anyone. Alright. Agent C. Angler, last question. What do you know about Rook Ashford? Laith, make me a history check. Laith, you have never heard that name before.
I don't think I know the name.
He's gonna insight you one last time. And we're in the previous interrogations where he has stopped there. He seems to push a little further in this instance. How long have you been working with the Iron Covenant, Laith? Laith, to give you a easy answer for this, pretty much since its formation when they established themselves in Nagranash. So, approximately 7 to 8 years. You're no novice at the stage.
Almost 7 to 8 years now. Since it was first started up in Agranash.
Seems to eye you a little deeper. And so, Laith, as he leans forward, he kind of steeples his hands. And it's at this moment that, as he's about to say something, as he's maybe about to ask something, you hear the sounds of hurried, plated footsteps as the door flies open and a very angry copper dragonborn in the first lieutenant is stood at the door. What the hell are you doing? And my friends,
Ooh.
that is where we are going to end for tonight. Now, Bun.
Of it.
Bun, I do see your message. Give me one moment. That'll be the last little quick moment of item of business we handle before we wrap for the night. Just reading this. I would need, for that, Bun, I would need a sleight of hand check. I would say that this would be for the first person.
Ye-
Okay. Nodders, nodders. Nodders, nodders, nodders. Alrighty, friends. Well, boy, oh boy, do we have some shit to wrap up for next time. Someone seems to be overstepping. Hee hee.
Hee
Hee hee.
You get in trouble, fucker.
To wrap up real quick, shout out to Bob. Thank you for the raid. Maelstrom friends, welcome on in. My name is Farting Tart. I am the DM here for the Sunday game here on Dummies and Disasters called Sins of the Blood, which is a horror adjacent 5e homebrew game where we didn't actually have too many spookies tonight. Don't worry, we'll fix that next session. Smile.
We put it all into the beginning.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know. We had some pretty spooky rolls.
We did have some pretty spooky
Oh my god,
rolls.
we did.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
But friends of the MNW community probably recognize a few of us here. This is a new channel we have formed for all of our D&D needs, such as, if you are familiar, the Sunday game we had been previously running at twitch.tv/FartingDart, War of the Shattered Sun. This is the follow-up game to that. So if that suits your fancy, this is the place where you can find that now. But with that being said, let's go ahead and send it on around the horn. I know a few people got to get out of here. Let's send it to... we'll go in reverse order of who was interrogated first. So we'll start with Lath River.
Hi, that's me. You can find me on my socials at Wicked River 97 almost everywhere. I'm not streaming right now. As for when, shrug. But you can find me here as Lath, my cute little Twinkie sea elf who's apparently just gonna be in trouble at this point. Everyone
Everyone keeps picking Gato.
I had nice tea with you. Thank you very much.
It's true.
I
Copper's
led
getting
him
a
to
Oh,
nice
nodded
nuts.
at you.
person.
I can't
Yeah,
wait
we
for
helped.
this. I cannot wait for this city to break, Lath.
Yeah.
Lath is just gonna cry.
Oh no!
But that's me.
Alrighty. If we're going in reverse order, I believe that brings us to you, J Frost.
Who await already?
Oh wait, yes.
Oh, he did have to go. That is true.
Yeah.
You can find him
Check
at
out-
twitch.tv/jfrost747 plus twitch.tv/burnoutvon, where he does various streaming things, such as being the Humble Dumble Master for Saved by the Spell. That brings us to Copper, CG.
Hi, I'm Copper. I have a headache and it's getting worse. So I'm gonna keep this brief. I'm doing basically everything that J Frost did and is doing, with the exception of Candlekeep, which I run, which is gonna be on the 25th, I believe on Zai's channel. So go check them out later this week. That's it.
That brings us to Bud.
Hello, it is me, the Bun. You can find me on my Ko-Fi, Blue Sky, YouTube, Tumblr, a lot of places under the name Flustered Bun. My dice commissions are open. I also do just have other dice. And
You're cutting out a little bit, Bud. I'm sorry.
oh, it's okay. Dice commissions are open. Other dice, just general, available for sale. I don't have anything going on this, unless Tart has a stream, wants to invite me. The next time you'll see me is next week for Rascals and Ravnik.
Yes. Bud and I might be doing Date Everything again this week, so be on the lookout for that. I gotta talk to Johnny. That brings us to Punkles.
Hello. I haven't been streaming much, but I've been cosplaying a bit more. Most active right now on Instagram, Blue Sky, not really Twitter, occasionally Red Note, all at Punk Haired Dog. I'm mostly on other people's channels like Tarts and Burnout Vons. Just me.
And then that brings us to Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe. You can't follow me on social media because it's icky. But I also drove fucking 4 hours today after visiting a nerd over the weekend. Also, so I'm just gonna say this: if you're ever in the Grand Rapids area, Betty Sue's Tattoos, look up Farron. They do a fantastic job.
Brenda.
Brenda I
Sue's.
fucked that up again. I did. I'll start there. Yeah, Brenda Sue's tattoos. Definitely check them out and check out Farron's art. It is tremendous. I'm not even joking. It's healing very well.
Let's go.
In the meantime, and in between time on the YouTube side of things, if you would like, please go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the Dummies and Disasters YouTube channel, share it with your friends because YouTube analytics are weird. As well as on the Twitch side of things, please don't be afraid to drop a follow. Until then, Turtles.
Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I have been your humble dumble master for the evening, the one and only pudding pastry, the farting tart. And boy, oh boy, has this game been this game has been such a joy to run so far. I'm so glad everyone seems to be enjoying it. You can find me at twitch.tv/fartingtart, where the next time I will be live will actually be tomorrow. Rare Monday stream. In this economy, insane. Yes, I will be back to live tomorrow with Ninja, as we are going to jump back into Bang Bang Brigade, and we're going to try to kill Cthulhu again. Depending on how that goes, we may or may not play something else. I don't know what just yet. But yeah, that's going to be tomorrow morning at roughly 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tune in for that. It's going to be a good time. But that is going to do it for us tonight, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. So let me, real quick, Chad, we're going to do something crazy. We're going to try to raid someone.
Oh, raiding.
I don't know who's live at the moment.
Dude.
Tiki's live.
Tiki's live.
Yeah, that nerd.
We shall raid into Tiki.
Tiki.
Tiki, tiki.
Now we get to do the thing of having to awkwardly explain to people who the fuck we are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good night, River.
Tart, we got a new D&D channel.
Yes.
Just put that's the raid message.
Yes. That is the raid message.
It's Tart, shut up, we promise.
You know me, please.
You know me, please.
Don't put me out.
Alrighty, friends.
It's cold out here.
Here is the raid message for tonight.
It's we have a D&D shit. Copy.
Everyone, go show Tiki a little bit of love. No, let him know who sent you. We will be back next week for another episode of Sins of the Blood. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We love you all so very much. And remember, as always, Black Lives Matter. Trans rights and human rights. You're loved. You are valid. If no one's told you today, you fucking matter. We love you all. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
I'm gonna kill Roll20. Swear to God, I'm so tired, man.